Good morning. It is Patrick and the people, and man, we have got a good show for you today. I'm super excited about it. We're going to have several guests come in. First of all, big welcome to Rich Rockwell. How you doing, buddy?
Good, man. We had a great weekend, and man, it's just been rolling right along. We've been having a lot of fun.
Yeah, man. The big event coming up, man.
Yeah. We got a Rude Awakening coming up this Saturday, March 1st, right here at the Patrick and the People studio. It's going to be a great event, stacked card.
Yeah, man.
Vapors Heavyweight Championship on the line. Jimmy Buffet versus Logan Light.
Yeah.
And we're going to have our first triple threat qualifying match. So whoever wins that match will go on to the main triple threat a little later on. We're going to debut our brand new Vapors Championship Wrestling Triple Threat Championship.
That's awesome, man. That's going to be exciting, super exciting. We're going to talk more about that. And then to the right of Rich here, first time in the studio, is a longtime friend of mine and fellow comedian Julio Gonzalez. How are you, buddy?
Hey, man, I'm doing great. Thank you for coming on the show.
Man, I'm so excited to have you here today, buddy. It's been a little while since I've seen you.
It's been a minute.
It has been a minute, hasn't it, man? Julio and I was telling Rich earlier, toured for probably 2 years together, I bet. Something around that.
About 2.5 years.
Yeah, 2.5 years that Julio performed with us all over the place, man. He's a great comic. And so what are you doing these days, man?
Man, I am working for the government now.
Well, hold on. You're working for the government.
Yeah, cut my mic off, bro.
Something went wrong. No, I'm kidding. What do you do?
I work for the county, man. I work as for the Pulaski County Clerk's Office. I'm a deputy recorder for the county.
Oh, really? So what does that entail? What does that mean? What do you do?
I'm a keeper of the records. I'm a overpriced librarian.
So if people come to the courthouse, they might have to come to you to get certain documents or things like that?
Anything for criminal, domestic, civil, probate, marriage license, everything.
Yeah, anything to do.
We do everything. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's great, man. That's great.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on that. That's exciting, man.
Okay.
He said,
Yeah, it is.
It is exciting.
It could be. Sometimes it gets exciting.
Yeah.
A lot of people think that because we do criminal records that the criminals will misbehave. They're the ones that behave the best.
Yeah.
They've been to prison.
Yeah.
They don't want to go back.
They don't want to go back.
They don't want to go back. So the people that act up is the ones that are getting married.
Oh, yeah, they're the ones that act
Oh,
up.
dude, I got stories, bro.
Yeah.
Like if I was still doing stand-up, I can do an hour show just from people that come in through the office.
You know, I've been officiating weddings now for many years, and I quit DJing weddings because I couldn't deal with it, man. It was too much, man.
Yeah, I know, man. It is insane. It's crazy.
No, it's wild.
you ever ask them right before they, sign the license or whatever, like, are you sure this is what you want to do?
Oh, I mean, I had one couple that came in. I'm not gonna say names. I don't want to get in trouble, but this couple came in, and I gave them their marriage license, and turned around to the guy that is sitting next to me, and I said, they'll be back in 1 day.
Yeah.
24 hours, dude.
Yeah.
2 hours later, she's coming back asking if she can undo that marriage.
Already?
2 hours.
2 hours.
It didn't take any time, huh?
No. And then my very first marriage license is my first day at work, and I'm issuing the first marriage license. And I asked the guy, I said, do you swear under oath that you're currently single and not married? And the guy just paused.
Uh-oh.
And his girl is just looking at him. And I just looked at the dude and I go, run, bro, run.
Yeah, no, he was in trouble. Wasn't
He just snapped his head and go, I was just trying to remember if I signed that divorce decree.
Probably should have thought about that before you walked in.
Before you walked in the office.
Yeah, right. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. So let me tell you what else is going on today.
Cool.
We've got Michael Dampier. He is already here. He's on site. He is literally cooking as we speak. He is a chef.
Awesome.
And he's going to make us some amazing burgers to try today. I hope you brought an appetite.
I haven't had breakfast yet,
Well,
so yeah.
and congratulations. You're going to get Breakfast of Champions today.
Awesome.
We've got some other guests coming in as well, so I'm super excited about today's show. It's going to be a real busy show. But also, we'll be debuting, we've got a new sponsor. It's a record label.
Cool.
Called Dope Records. And we're going to debut a couple tracks from them. You know,
Nice.
I'd been working with them behind the scenes about getting some music on the program because it's super expensive to go buy, all the rights to all the songs on radio.
Oh yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
But I was able to work something out with this label that wants to get their music out and put it in different places and have people hear it and see what people think. So they do all kinds of music. I mean, they do a lot of rock, but they do rock, country, hip hop. I mean, you name it. So
that's awesome, dude.
no telling what they'll provide. But I've got a couple of them today that we'll get to it at some point anyway. But it's going to be a busy day, as I said. But let me mention this. If you are looking for an automobile, Fitz Auto is the place to go, man. They've been around almost 40 years, man, and they predominantly word of mouth is what does it. But late models, low mileage vehicles, that's what you're going to get there. You can go in person, 8421 Stagecoach Road in Little Rock, or you can go to fitzauto.com. You can do your app right there. It won't even hit your credit. They can get you pre-approved without hitting your credit.
Nice.
That's
awesome.
pretty
I filled
good.
out my app yesterday, actually.
Did you?
Yeah, I found
Yeah.
one on there. They had a nice, I think it's a 2018-19 Honda Civic.
Oh, yeah. That's
Oh, I like those.
Yeah, it was like a gray color tinted windows. Man, I want that car.
Yeah.
I was looking online and I was like, yep, we're just going to do this right now.
Those things get probably 35, 40 miles a gallon, I bet.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
looking for that because
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
all
yeah.
over the place. And
Man, I'll tell you what, Honda and Toyota change the water and the oil, and you're good.
yep.
That's really all you got to do. Well, let's knock out some news you can use really quickly and see what's going on there. Let's see what we got here. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, we got a few things we can talk about.
Few things going on in the news,
Yeah, just a little bit here.
especially with the government worker over here.
Yeah, especially with me.
Yeah,
Yeah. Let's go ahead
So,
and throw it out.
President Trump says tariffs against Mexico and Canada will move forward. It comes as a month-long delay. Expires next week. He did speak with the French president at the White House. Looked like he tried to break his arm shaking his hand. Trump said they're on time with the tariffs. The two countries could see 25% tariffs on exports to the U.S. starting March 4th. We'll see what happens there. Again, you never know with him. At the last minute, it could change. It might not change.
Yeah,
Who knows, Let's see what else is going on here. Man, have y'all watched that show White Lotus, by the way?
No, is it good?
Man,
Yeah?
no, it is good. I knew it wouldn't be a comedy. They said it was, and I knew better. You know, they call these things comedies, but they're not. They're indie tragedy type things.
Yeah.
But it's a real weird ass show. But it's very compelling, man. It's like the cast is crazy, the story's crazy. It just gets weirder. So they're only the first season 6 episodes, the second 7.
Okay.
So we just started the 3rd, and man, yeah, it's great. It's really worth watching. It's weird as hell.
And it's a current.
Yeah, no.
I mean, they're still filming and
yeah,
everything.
no,
Is it weird like Jello Jackets?
I haven't seen
That's
that one.
weird as so get out, bro.
Really?
Oh yeah, that is weird.
Yeah, I hadn't seen it yet. I saw a trailer for it, but I haven't watched it.
I haven't watched White Lotus. When I saw it, I go, well, I gotta finish watching Jello Jackets first because I don't think I can handle that much. Weird.
No, that's too much weird at one time. I'm sure. Yeah, White Lotus is super weird, but it's the first season has Stifler's mom in it.
Oh, okay, that's already interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. It's got Sydney Sweeney in it. It's got Steve Zahn in it. It's got all these great actors in it. The second season loads up with a whole other lineup of new actors. All new people are cast in it. So it's really interesting. It's all based around a resort, and it's very mystery oriented.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a more serious, if it was Scooby-Doo, but without the kids.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So kinda
I
like
can
a
buy that.
whodunit
You're trying
sort
to
of thing?
figure out what the hell's going on.
Okay.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And there's a lot of damn twists and turns.
Oh well, we gotta watch that.
Yeah, check it out. Okay, let's see what else is going on here. Okay, here's something that's a little bit of interest here. Frankie Venegas, he's one half of the Island Boys. Remember those guys, the Island Boys? They got viral for a while with their song. I think it was Island Boys was the name of it. But he was arrested in Florida for gun and drug offenses. TMZ said he was booked in Naples, Florida, Sunday, charged with possession of a controlled substance without a prescription and trying to sell an altered firearm.
Oh.
So yeah, that's never.
I don't remember their music, but I'm starting to kind of just want to listen to it, see what it's like.
Yeah, just see what it's about.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, who I interviewed. I wonder, do you know who Giovanni and the Hired Guns are? No, you hadn't listened to them. Man, you should check those guys out. I'm going to get you connected up with that.
Cool.
DoorDash has agreed to pay $17 million to settle claims that it misused customer tips to subsidize delivery workers' wages in New York. The company allegedly used tips to cover guaranteed base pay instead of adding them on top. This meant that the company only paid workers the amount it needed to add tips to get the workers' pay up to the promised level. Well, that wasn't communicated to the customers who thought their tips were directly benefiting the workers. So, that's dirty.
DoorDash has always been hot water when it comes to their
I think now if you do DoorDash, it's like $17 an hour plus, tips and stuff.
If you're lucky.
Good
If you're lucky. So when you do because I do DoorDash on the side a little bit. I've done it a few times. Yeah.
So is that what they're paying now?
No, I've never seen 17. I've seen when you sign on, you can either choose to get paid by the order or paid by the hour.
Okay.
And the highest that I've ever seen is like $13 an hour.
Yeah.
But if they don't have the business, like if there's not enough people ordering food, they'll cut you off on that $13 an hour in a heartbeat.
Oh, yeah. So if there's no business, you're not getting it.
Yeah, you're not just sitting there in your car going, okay, I'm making $13 an hour. Yeah.
Sounds kind of like when you go to those resorts where it's all inclusive.
Oh, yeah, right.
And then you start asking the bartenders and the waiters that, hey, they said that the tips are included. Do you guys get?
Yeah.
I goes, well, yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
No,
And I go I forgot I was in Mexico. I was like, oh, sorry, bro. Let me give you a couple of bucks.
yeah, you got to give them a little more money. Hey, I know all of you are going to be just absolutely saddened that all the Joanne fabrics are going to be closing.
Oh, no, man.
You go there a lot to
Way to ruin my Tuesday.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
man.
You're
I was getting ready to go get
some.
some
Sew any skirts today.
I know. Come on.
I'm wearing mine right now. You just can't see it under the table.
No, it's great. I like it. I love it. Let's see. Pope Francis' condition, I guess, has slightly improved. Don't know what's going on. If he's going to live, he's going to die. I don't know. He's got some mild kidney failure, whatever that means. He's got double pneumonia. So it's been a challenge. But I don't know, man. Let's see. Denny's joins Waffle House and announces a new egg surcharge. Yeah, no, that's right.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
was
the
just there the other
ongoing egg shortage. They're going to jack the egg prices up for
50 cents now.
you. Yeah.
It says it on the menu.
Is
In
that
the
what it
Waffle
says?
House, it says there's a 50-cent surcharge on eggs.
Well, man, I guess that's what you got to deal with all the bird flu, right?
I went to a poker game the other day. We were playing, instead of chips, we were
Everybody's
using
playing
eggs.
with
Yeah.
No, I saw somebody actually literally stole a tractor trailer full of eggs.
I mean, I don't want to call anybody a liar, but everybody that I know here in Arkansas that owns chickens has not had one die of flu.
No.
Yeah, that's
Not
true.
one.
Yeah,
not,
it's
not
true.
one. So I don't know if it's just happening up north or what. I thought we had all the chickens 'cause we have Tyson
I
here.
did too.
Well,
I thought we had a lot of them anyway.
Yeah.
We were talking about that one company last week, I think it was, that you can go and rent a chicken now for your eggs.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
You can rent chickens to lay eggs. That's right. That's right.
I need to do that.
Here you go. Yeah, right. Save some money right now.
And I need 6 chickens.
This is good news, but it's also one of those things. This is, if anyone ever asked me, why would you ever be opposed to the death penalty? And I didn't used to be, but this is the reason. Gordon Cordero was released from prison last Friday. He spent 30 years behind bars. A Hawaii judge vacated his murder conviction based on new DNA evidence.
Ooh, man.
The Hawaii Innocence Project highlighted issues with unreliable witnesses, ineffective defense, prosecutorial misconduct. DNA testing excluded him and pointed to an unknown person. So prosecutors are still going to appeal the ruling, which is unbelievable, unconscionable, actually. I mean, if he's been in prison for 30 years and you've got DNA that exonerates him, man, let this man live his
Right.
life.
Yeah, let him
Jesus
get out.
Christ, man. Colorado family is celebrating a return of their cat. He survived 3 weeks trapped in a couch during a cross-country moving trip. He's got PTSD like a mofo. Yeah. He was in the couch for 3 weeks.
Oh, Lord.
They searched for him desperately before relocating from Washington to Fort Carson, unaware it had hidden in their hide-a-bed sofa, which was wrapped and stored by movers. So 21 days, no food, no water, weak but alive.
Oh.
A
A little dehydrated.
it's an emotional
little bit.
support animal too.
It's going to need its own emotional support animal after
I don't think that cat is gonna.
No, he needs help. You're right.
that. Cat got out of there and was like, I quit. I'm done.
I'm out.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Florida, 14-year-old Anish Kaza created the app Pizza for a Purpose to connect local restaurants with charities. It helps them donate pizzas to those in need. Since launching last summer, the app's helped donate over 2,000 slices, has a goal of reaching 10,000 by the end of the year. It also partners with other restaurants and grocery stores. What they want to do is help food that would be thrown out go to those who are in need.
Oh, well.
So, yeah, I think that's much better than just chunking it in a dumpster somewhere.
Yeah.
You know? All right. Let's see. Dolly Parton just launched a new frozen foods line, if you care. Yeah. That's
She's probably the one person that needs to stay away from the frozen foods.
she might need to. Dolly Parton's frozen meals. Let's see, where will they be? She's going to have beef pot roast, chicken and dumplings, shrimp and grits, country fried steak, and biscuit butter peach cobbler. I guess it'll be at Walmart or wherever if you're into that. Yeah. Man, there's a lot of stuff going on with planes. I don't know if you saw yesterday in Chicago. They had a plane. They had to deboard everyone on the
Is that the one that
slide.
filling up?
Yeah, fill it with smoke, right? Cool. Again, that's just one thing. Check this out. A pilot on a flight got an unwelcome surprise in the middle of the flight when a tarantula bit him midair. Yeah. I mean, come on, man. What is going on with the planes, man?
Yeah.
They were headed to Madrid, Spain from Germany when a spider that wandered onto the plane in Casablanca bit. The pilot, who is allergic to spider bites, started having a bad reaction. Luckily, they got him treated quickly. Once the plane landed safely, it had to be fumigated to make sure there weren't any more on board. Yeah, that's you never want to see that as a pilot, you know, the old tarantula.
Though I do kind of feel like it's just because of all like the news and everything focused on planes and the FAA that we're hearing so much about it now. How did all this stuff just start happening now?
Well, it does seem odd, doesn't it?
I mean, you're telling me this has never happened before. Now all of a sudden we hear about all these problems with planes.
I just don't know. I don't know. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did you guys see that video of the plane that it said that it was a little foggy or cloudy inside?
Oh
And
yeah,
I saw actual video of it.
I didn't know.
I would have been flipping out of that plane, dude. That was smoke.
Yeah.
I mean, it was.
No, I'm getting off a plane.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No. It was crazy. I was
Yeah,
like,
somebody give me the chute and open the door. I'm out.
I
We're
would've
done.
jumped. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. A restaurant owner in the UK, I guess, could only laugh. A woman walked into his restaurant to use the bathroom. While she was there, she stuffed the sink into her bag and walked out. Yeah, the sink that got away. The owner did get a good laugh. He said, I've seen a lot of things, but never something like this. He's got security video of the woman walking in and back out 10 minutes later with an obviously full bag.
What, she carrying wrenches on the bag and everything?
I
to
mean,
take
she
the
must
thing?
have.
I mean,
She had her plumbing wrench.
Right, seriously.
Wow, that's serious business. How bad did you need a
yeah, no kidding, man.
If you're running an illegal drug lab, it's probably a good idea not to give cops a reason to show up. A man in West Deptford, New Jersey, violated a restraining order, so the cops said, well, let's hurry up and arrest him. Well, while searching, they found weapons, drugs, drug paraphernalia, and, a drug lab. Authorities don't know how long he'd been making drugs in the garage, but said he won't be doing it much longer, I can tell you that. And I think his days are over in manufacturing.
I think everybody's agreeing with me about the planes, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Crystal Ann said on Facebook, she said there's been something like 80-something plane incidents this year alone. Look it
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
Well, I don't know what's up. I mean, I don't know if we're getting more reporting. I don't know if they're just hyper focused on it. I don't know, man.
We'll find out.
I don't know.
Sure, we'll hear more.
I mean,
A lot going on, man.
You know, it makes you kind of curious too. Again, so you know, is somebody wagging that tail to just kind of put your attention in some place? Well,
Yeah.
Right, that's
somewhere else. I mean, I'm Mexican, so I don't trust nothing. I'm just like misdirection. Let me look this other way.
Yeah, no, I can understand from your perspective.
Yeah,
why you
yeah,
might feel that way, yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, I think you're legal.
Yeah, no.
Last
Though it was real funny at my office.
Yeah.
My boss tells me, he says, "Well, you got a green card when you got married to your wife." And I'm going, you jerk. I said, I had a green card since I was 14 years old.
Yeah, I've been here a while.
Yeah, I've been here for a minute. Yeah, just because I marry a lily white girl don't mean nothing. I had my papers well before then.
He thought you married her to stay in the country.
Yeah, that's it. Which I know. And then everybody was like, "Hey, bro, that was racist." And he goes, "No, it wasn't. It's just a question." Well, yeah, everybody asked me those questions.
You know, it's, people ask me that all the time.
Yeah. Right.
Did you marry your wife to stay in the country? Sure, yeah. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, definitely.
According to, let's talk about some sports here. According to an affidavit cited by the Denver Post, Bronco outside linebacker coach Michael Wilhoit is now facing a felony assault charge. Ooh. He spent his Sunday assaulting a police officer at the Denver airport. Oh. The officer was punched in the face after the coach allegedly told him to shut the F up after being told he couldn't leave his vehicle unattended in the drop-off lane. I guess there was some chest bumping and shoving, and a taser was fired. The Broncos said, yeah, we're aware of it.
I just like how they said that he spent his Sunday beating him. Like, he woke up and was like, you know what? Great day to go beat a cop. Let's go.
He might have. I don't know. I could have. With spring training in full swing, an optimistic view of which teams might have a bounce back this season, the Atlantic put a spotlight on 6 teams in the MLB. The Texas Rangers getting Jake Berger and signing Jock Peterson helps their home run potential, and their rotation looks stronger and deeper. Boston Red Sox were aggressive in the offseason, rebuilding their pitching staff, which will help dramatically, and they've got a lot of young people waiting to break out. The Diamondbacks just lost Christian Walker, but they did land Josh Naylor, and the resurgence of Corbin Carroll and an already deep defense should help them make noise. The Cubs adding Kyle Tucker gives them a stout outfield. Matt Shaw showing signs of being a better hitter and defender than his predecessor, who was traded to nab him. Cincinnati Reds severely underachieved last season. New manager Terry Francona is just the guy to bring in the discipline they need. They're a young team and could do well. And then the Mariners have one of the best starting rotations in bullpens. Now Dan Wilson just needs his coaches to keep the offense, inspired. Let's see. For March Madness, Selection Sunday, March 16th. Sporting News has gone out on a limb to predict 8 teams that'll end up making their marks as number 1 and 2 seeds. So 1 seeds, Auburn, Duke, Florida, Alabama. 2 seeds, they predict Houston, Tennessee, Iowa State, Michigan State. Let me tell you something. I don't know if anybody can beat Duke. Duke looks awfully good this year, man.
Yeah? Oh, really?
Yeah, man.
Cool.
They are doing really good. And with less than 2 months left to play in the regular season, it's the time when NBA teams really try as they make their run for the postseason. Phil Jackson famously coined the 40-20 benchmark under the belief that a team can't be truly considered a contender unless they win 40 games before losing 20. There are always exceptions, but worth pointing out that 46 of the last 50 NBA champs were 40-20 teams. So based on that, one of these 3 teams should be this year's NBA champion. The Boston Celtics, the Oklahoma City Thunder, or the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah, man, boy, I don't know has Cleveland ever won a championship? That would be wild if Cleveland won a championship. All right, so that's enough of that for now. I think we're good there. So what's been going on with you this past couple days, man?
Man, well, we had Blazin' and Hazin Saturday.
Yeah.
That was a great event, man. Went out and announced there, and crowd was just awesome, lively, man. Great show.
Yeah.
Always fun going out there. Sunday, I went and checked out that Gateway comedy show over at the Looney Bin.
Oh, that's right, you did.
Yeah.
That's the one where, they come out, they do jokes, and then they leave and go get high and come back and try to do jokes, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it was,
Slightly different than what we did. We got drunk and going in.
Yeah, it's a little different flavor, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Go,
Yeah, it was it was a fun time. But like all the comedians, they came up. Everybody had a great set. Lucas Smith.
Yeah,
he was there, and I know he's been on the show.
Yeah, he is. He's great.
I saw him and caught up with him, and
yeah, that's great.
But yeah, man, he was there. They all got up on stage. They did their set. Man, it was great. Sold out show. It was packed in there.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
And then we go to intermission for about 15 minutes, and there was a big old cloud of smoke outside, just continuously,
just
billowing out of there. Yeah, like
they were getting a new pope in office.
Yeah, every Little Rock police officer was probably like, oh, yep, somebody's smoking.
There's
Okay,
something
yeah.
going on, yeah.
And then they tried to get back up on stage,
How
and
did it
it
go?
was everything you would expect, man.
Now,
It was,
did most of them who had done well then come in and not do as well, or did anybody like do better?
I don't think anybody did better.
Yeah, no, probably
yeah,
not.
no. There was a couple of Lucas did pretty good. He got a couple of jokes out.
Yeah.
But he was for the first few minutes he was just kind of sitting there like,
Yeah.
and thankful that the light came on for him.
Yeah, and my understanding is these aren't guys that get high all the time.
Yeah, no. This was like I think they said it was his first time like ever smoking in his life.
Oh no,
And
that's
he was out there.
that's elder abuse.
He was taking they said he was taking the joint and he was, he'd puff on it and then he'd go to like act like he was going to hand it around the
Yeah.
circle and then nobody would grab it and he'd just be like, and act like it came back to him and hit it again. About 6 times after
Yeah,
that,
that'll
he
do it.
was up there with the International Space Station.
That'll
man.
about
He was
do it
gone.
right there.
That reminds me of one of my saddest and happiest times in my life. We were
Yeah.
doing a comedy show, and it was we were inaugurating a comedy club that Patrick and I were doing.
Yeah.
And everybody was buying me shots, dude, tequila shots. And I know I can handle tequila pretty good, but I lost count. So the funniest thing of that set was me standing on that stage trying to light a cigarette for 25 minutes, bro.
Yeah,
I
don't
was
think
drunker
you
than
ever
a
got that.
skunk.
I don't think you
It
ever
was
got that.
horrible.
Yeah.
It was
No,
horrible.
I was trying to remember, were you with because we talk about this show a lot. Were you with us the one show that I did? Somebody booked us for a show in Hot Springs, and it was supposed to be a big thing they had packed out, and we got there, and there were like
Yeah, I
7
remember that
people.
clown that booked us. for
Yeah,
that.
man. Yeah.
Yeah.
We talk about that show a lot because I remember Laura coming up and she goes, so look, there's only like 7 people here. Do I have to get on? I said, oh yeah, no, they paid for the show. You got to give them the show.
Yeah.
She was so mad.
Yeah, I remember, man. I remember.
She was mad about that, but she did it. She did it, man. Yeah, man. We were doing, we were performing all over the place when I was with Julio. We traveled all over the state of Arkansas. I mean, we were from, up as far as Clarksville and Russellville, down as far as Pine Bluff, Hot Springs.
Actually, the first show that you and I did was in Fayetteville.
Oh, that's right. We did, didn't we? We did do a show
we stayed
up
at the
there.
Marriott, and then we went to some joker also that booked us for a show
Yeah.
with 5 people in
Yeah,
the room.
yeah.
I'm like, what the heck?
It was sometimes, man, people book you for shows and they don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to
Yeah.
promote it, and you show up and, it
I mean,
doesn't.
I've had that happen in the announcing
Yeah,
side of
it
things.
doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't make you feel good, but you just got to do what
Yeah,
you
you got to be a professional. You still
Yeah.
got to go out there and
Yeah.
do what you
Gotta
got to do
perform.
and
Yeah.
give
Yeah.
those 5 people the best show they've seen.
That's exactly right. But you got to slow it down because your material goes real fast.
Yeah.
When there's 7 people, that's for damn sure.
It was my first time ever at the Looney Bin.
Yeah, was it?
Yeah, dude, I've never been there in all the years.
I didn't know they
really
were
don't
still
know
open.
that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't. But dude, it's
Yeah.
a nice little place.
Yeah, now Wayne owns it. Jeff's, he's
Passed
gone.
away,
He
yeah.
passed away, and Wayne owns it. And
Yeah.
so they come in every Friday here and bring the comedians.
Oh,
in,
that's
and,
awesome,
Yeah, and
dude.
they come
That's
in, hang
awesome.
out, and we get to talk to them. So it's pretty cool,
A pretty different relationship than the one we used to have in the past with them.
that's-
They didn't like us that
No, they
much.
didn't like
I
us
think
at
I got banned like 3 different times.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
That-
will ban me and then tell me, hey, come back with all the
back, we need
comedians.
you. Yeah.
Bring the comedians back, Julio. And I
Yeah.
would show up and then the comedians be there for 2-3 weeks and they go, okay, you're banned again. Get out of here. I'm like, what the heck?
We had a real difficult relationship with Jeff. I tried many times to work with him.
Yeah.
And to be cooperative, but his theory was, well, people only go to one comedy show a year, so if they go see you, they won't come see me.
Yeah.
So he would ban any comedian that would come over to perform where I had rooms. He would want to ban them from performing at the Looney Bin for a year, and that included even open mic people.
Wow. Man.
Right. Well, that was an argument that we had. I was like, listen,
Yeah.
man, I get
You're an independent
I
contractor.
get your headliners. I
Right.
get that. Okay, you want to protect that. I said, but these open mic guys, man, they don't have anywhere to practice.
Right.
And it's free. They're not being paid for it. So what's the deal? And he goes, yeah, I'm just not. I can't do it. And so I took him to the media.
Yeah.
And got a cover story written. And they changed their policy.
Yeah.
So
But they were very mad about it.
both
Yeah, they
sides
were.
of the spectrum, and I got to hear from you too,
Yeah.
and you, but especially since y'all toured together. So
Yeah.
best show, worst show.
Oh, I don't even know, man. Best show, worst show. I mean, we did. We did dozens upon dozens of shows.
Yeah, I mean,
Was there like a favorite town or anything?
Like,
you
you
know,
can-
you just knew the crowd was gonna be there and you look forward to going.
literally and I don't know about Patrick how he read the room, but me, I will go and just kind of sit at different tables and introduce
Okay.
myself with people
Yeah.
and just kind of feel and listen to what they were talking
Yeah.
about and what. So I knew, well, they want cussing, or they want a clean show, or they want to.
Right.
Yeah,
They
fill
want
the
to talk
audience
more
out.
about my ex-wife. We're talking about, so you get a feel for the crowd, and that's the way I kind of did it.
Yeah.
So there were some places where we had a packed house.
Yeah.
And it don't matter who got on that stage and what. You could throw your best material and you will not get one laugh.
Yeah.
And you'll be up there going like, what the hell is wrong with you people? Like, what, I mean, like, this stuff is funny. We make people
Yeah.
laugh with this stuff.
Yeah.
And they were just nothing.
I would say, there were lots of great places we performed.
Yeah,
But I think
definitely.
Cersei was usually a great audience for
Yeah.
us for a long time. And
Yeah.
they would really show up and show out in Cersei.
Yeah.
We'd pack it up over there.
Do we have a reunion show between you two in the
never-
works
you
at
never
all?
know,
I
You
man.
mean,
never know what'll happen, man. You never know.
we all know people. I'm sure we could get something arranged.
You never know.
I couldn't be any more rusty, but I guess if I just warm up a little bit, I may be able to throw one or two jokes.
One or two.
Yeah,
one or two.
we could have a good time for sure.
That's
man.
for
We
sure.
could
Absolutely,
certainly- we
absolutely,
did have a lot of
definitely.
fun doing that. Anyway, so now you work for the Man,
Yeah.
and do documents and stuff. So what kind of crazy things are you seeing over there?
Man, let me put it this way. This guy came in and he was arguing how come his record didn't get sponged. And we don't have anything to do with it. We just
Right.
hold the record. I'm just
Right.
a librarian. And I go, bro, I don't know. It depends on what you did. What have you done all your probation? Have you
Yeah.
paid all your fines? He goes, no, man. He says they didn't approve it. They didn't approve me because of the charge, man. The charge that I had. I said, well, what happened? He said, well, it wasn't nothing major or anything. We weren't carrying guns or nothing. We just beat this guy on the head and he died.
That's all.
Oh, well, thank God. Let's just go ahead and give you your expungement.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
All we did was beat a guy to death,
No,
man. It's not like we, gave him
right.
drugs.
Stumped
or
him in the head. And
Hold on, let me push pause here because I see
Yeah.
the chef out here, Michael Dampier, has got
Yeah, I
his burgers
see.
ready, and we want those for sure.
Yeah, I definitely want a sample.
While he's getting in here, I'm just going to say what's up to Latasha Mack, Tiffany Holt. I saw in here David Murphy. What's up? They're all on Facebook saying good morning.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
And y'all, thanks for joining us. We got
Oh, good
Oh
Lord,
my
heaven,
goodness,
Jesus.
look
Man,
at
those
this right
look
here, man.
delicious.
Come on now. Come
Man.
on now. What do we got?
Oh,
Brother,
This
just so
is
you know,
great.
man, I went to culinary school the 2.5 years that I moved
Yeah.
to Texas.
Yeah.
And I came out with a culinary degree. I never worked at a restaurant, never did anything other than feed my wife. But those burgers look killer. Bro.
Yeah, no, those look amazing.
from
don't
chef
they?
to chef, that looks and smells amazing. I
Yes.
wish everybody could smell
Yes.
this.
Oh, man.
So get on the mic here and introduce yourself. Tell everybody about you and where your food is.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning, sir.
Known as the Burger Chef, Mike Dampier. I cook in Hot Springs at Brady Mountain. Up on Lake Washita, we're building a brand new facility up there.
Oh yeah.
But right now, we're food trucking it out by Lake Hamilton School.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
So it'll be 2026. We're going to about a $2.5 million restaurant in
Really?
Ooh,
Wow.
baby.
Lake Washita. But
So you're going brick and mortar.
brick and mortar, yep.
That's amazing, man. That's a statement when we move from the food truck to a brick and mortar.
Well, they had been brick and mortar for about 68 years, and the kitchen got damaged during some
Oh,
storms.
okay.
So they're tearing it down.
I see.
So we're actually Memorial Day weekend. We'll be celebrating 70 years of feeding people.
Wow, that's amazing,
Wow, that's
man. That's
great.
awesome, man.
Yeah, I brought a few burgers today.
Okay, what do you got here?
Well, this one's just your typical American burger. It's got cheddar cheese. It's got lettuce, tomato, pickle, and onion. 8-ounce burger. That's a brisket short rib blend. I never
Ooh, baby.
cook frozen meat. It's always fresh. And this one with a knife through it is called the Boss Hog. It is a carnivore type burger. It has the 8-ounce burger, cheddar
Yeah.
cheese. It also has smoked pork shoulder.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Has pecan smoked bacon.
Oh yeah.
And drizzle with a little barbecue sauce love.
Oh, that sounds awfully good. Yeah.
And this one here is one, if you're not very hungry, you can order this double. It weighs about a pound.
Is that all?
Two, that's all.
Yeah.
Just for a light lunch.
Yeah. No, light lunch. You
To
don't.
share with the family.
Yeah.
But it's 2 8-ounce patties. Plus the veggies
That's a
and
big
cheese.
one
So
there. Yeah, that's the big one.
A little
Now,
bit of a variety from a double to just a good old fashioned to
now,
a specialty
if
burger.
if I were to come to your food truck today, yeah, I could get any of these.
You can get any of these plus Swiss mushrooms, anything spicy.
Yeah.
We've got a little Cajun Creole burger this week that we'll be doing for getting ready for Mardi Gras week and everything. So
Okay.
and you can get catfish and barbecue and
So you got a little
a
everything
little bit
going
of everything,
on.
seafood.
All right. Well, let's try it. Tell me how do you want to
Pass
do this?
them on down here.
What are you up to? Because I know you've won multiple awards for your burgers. How many are you up to now?
I don't really keep up with it, but it's over 30.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I don't keep
That's
up with
impressive.
them, but it is over 30.
Andy brought us these pork. These are homemade pork rinds.
Homemade, we make those every day. We sell
wow.
them fresh, $5 a bag. Sometimes I just give them away. We got little smaller bags I'll just toss to customers and everything. But yep, been doing it at the Ohio Club for many years. Got them on the map. We got
Yeah.
in the
Sorry, buddy.
Food Hall of
Get you
Fame.
part of that one right there.
Food Hall of Fame induction at the Ohio Club in 2020. Left there, they had new owners and helped open a place called Washita Bar and Grill. Got them going for about a year, and then Brady Mountain called, and I said, you know what, I think I'm gonna head to the lake.
Yeah.
Man, I
Do
don't
some
blame you.
cooking. So I specialize in burgers and barbecue.
Keith is on. Good morning, Keith. Man, I gotta.
Hey, good morning,
This
Keith.
smells just delicious, man.
This is amazing, man.
What's funny is I got a seasoning that I use. It's called Burger Chef Chef's Beef Rub. In 2023, it was the #1 pork rub in the country.
Really?
Oh, wow.
So it was great on pork. So I use that on my pork butt, my shoulders, and stuff like that.
Man, that burger's fire, yo. That burger's fire.
Perfect, medium rare,
Yeah.
juicy, excellent.
No, that's top shelf.
Thank you.
No, that's
That is the
unbelievable.
best burger I've ever tried.
You know, I live in Bologna.
Y'all
That
cut
is
that
worth
one
the
out
trip
and
all
try.
the way to Hot Springs.
Well, I
Yeah.
hope,
That-
I hope-
that is-
I hope
that
to
is
see-
amazing.
I hope to see you Tuesday through Saturday. Come eat with us.
Absolutely.
Follow us on Facebook, Brady Mountain
And-
Grill, or follow
Brady
us on
Mountain
Chef.
Grill. That's how you find you.
Yep.
Now, outside of just being the burger chef, of course, Michael Dampier is also the general manager and third co-owner of Vapors Championship Wrestling. So
Correct.
he'll be out here on Saturday with us all.
I'll be
yeah,
up-
man, you're gonna take a minute.
I'll be up in the ring. Welcome everybody to VCW and making announcements, big announcements we got coming up.
Yeah.
So please buy some tickets. Come join us at VCW this Saturday, March 1st.
And did I see that with the food trucks and everything? Are you guys having a new one open up on? I thought I saw something on Central Avenue in Hot Springs or something like that.
There is a few that's opening up. Hot Springs is actually about to regulate a lot of that a little more.
Really? Okay.
You're going to have to. They got a year to get into a food court, so you're not going to be able to see just food trailers sitting all over the place.
Yeah.
But it's kind of regulated. That makes it a little easier for the health department to find us and all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, I'll be there at Lake Hamilton School till about May 10th, and then we'll move
Have
back
you-
up to the lake.
Let me ask you. You live in that area, Hot Springs area.
Yes.
Have you noticed since Oaklawn expanded from just a track to the full casino? Have you noticed an influx of more patrons?
We have the Hot Springs area, and a lot of people think that Oaklawn, you now can go there and not leave. I mean, they've got a restaurant of every
Yeah.
kind. They have all kinds of activities, but as busy as Oaklawn is, if you drive downtown, the sidewalks are full on both sides of the street. So,
Yeah.
I mean, Oaklawn has done a very good job bringing in more people, more
Yeah.
visitors from all over, not just the country, but the world. And, downtown Hot Springs is just hopping all the time. I miss being down there, but
Yeah.
every time I drive there, I'm always stuck in traffic.
I noticed that they're starting to renovate some of the older buildings down there, some of the older hotels and things like that.
The used to be the tallest building in Arkansas. The old Medical Arts building's being renovated into a hotel,
Is it really?
and they're working on that. A loft hotel. The Patel family owns it. They've been, everybody wishes that somebody will buy something and hurry up and get it open in a year, but
Yeah.
you have a building that's 100 years old or more, you have a lot of red tape to go through.
No.
And a lot of trouble to fix
No,
it up.
trust me, I understand that. You know, I'm a real estate agent, and like if you go into the Quapaw district here, it's a historic district, and if you want to renovate a home, you have to do many different things in order to preserve the integrity of that
Most
building.
definitely. And they have a
you know.
historic district commission downtown that you
Yeah.
got to meet certain guidelines. And
Yeah.
Mike Petty used to be the owner of the Ohio Club, and he did a complete renovation. When I was there with him, we redid the bar area.
Mm-hmm.
We only had like 6 taps, then we went to 16. And then he decided to restore the front. And that took a little while. Of course, COVID hit during that.
Yeah.
But he did a complete restoration of the front of the Ohio Club, the oldest bar in Arkansas. And Mike Petty and I was able to lead that to the Food Hall of Fame in 2020.
That's cool,
And
man.
that's one of the things you go see. You see the Ohio Club, you see the bathhouses. The Arlington just celebrated 100 years.
Yeah.
They really been working hard trying to get that back to where it needs to be.
Yeah, I knew that they had been working on that because for a long time that was the place to go, man.
It really was. And I still have people. I have an event that I do every year in June, and we've got one of the main guys with State Cook-Off Association. He comes up because he loves coming to Hot Springs. I'm like, well, let me book you at this place. He said, no, we always stay at the Arlington. I'm like, man, the past couple of years they've been renovating. I don't care. We always stay at the Arlington.
Yeah.
It's a tradition. So they'll stay, partake in the baths and everything
Yeah.
there. They love the Arlington. And I know he's looking forward to seeing the renovations that they've done when he comes up in June.
So, Chef Michael, let me ask you this. So, you know, a burger like the one that the barbecue one, what is some, if I'm coming for lunch today, what is something like that going to set me back?
That one's going to be about $15.
Yeah.
But
bad.
it comes with big old side order of fries.
Yeah.
So you definitely get your money.
No, that's definitely a more than fair value for that burger. I would pay considerably more actually for that particular.
I was gonna say that was
Yeah,
that was
that's
delicious.
$18, $20 burger.
Yeah.
Sure.
We also have what I call dairy bar style burger, 4-ounce burgers.
Just a regular
Nice little
burger,
crisp.
yeah.
And those sell for $5, or you can get a combo with fries and drink for $10.
Yeah, that's I'm sure you have all kinds of things.
just right down
that's
from
got
the
a lot to it though.
Just right down from the school, they come down and buy up those burgers.
Well, most people don't understand that when you make a burger, the mixture of the meats that you mix onto the actual burger makes the huge difference. I remember telling my brother, I said, I mix sirloin and brisket to make my burgers. He goes, well, that's the same thing as buying a roll of 10-pound meat and making a burger. I said,
quite.
dude, that's like calling chicken livers foie gras. What the hell is wrong with you?
Exactly.
So it's not the same.
Always try to use a good blend.
This is my wife and I told her years ago. I said we're gonna go different parts in Arkansas. I want to find the best burger in the state.
Yeah.
The best burger in the state. And till this day, this is the first burger that I tasted that is that good.
Absolutely.
That I can go.
Hey,
That is worth the drive from Bologna to Hot Springs
That's
just
a
to eat that
testimony
burger.
right there, buddy.
Yeah, that's good.
good testimony.
That's
right
awesome.
there.
That's an awesome burger, man.
Speaking of your wife, I think I went. Didn't I go to junior high with her? I'm pretty sure I did, man.
You probably did.
Yeah, man. I think she went to Cloverdale.
Yes, she did.
Yeah,
She did.
we went to junior high together. Yeah.
Then her family moved to BB, and then she spent the rest of the.
She's such a nice lady.
She is wonderful, man.
Yeah,
She's
no,
an
I was
amazing
always
girl.
shocked when I saw you pulled that. I was like, man, look at you go, Julio.
Yeah. I don't
I'm
know how.
kidding, man.
I
No,
I still wonder how I did it. I know how I did it, but I can't believe she bought it.
You're right. Same boat, bro. Same boat. You know.
I understand. Laura's amazing. She's an amazing girl.
She is amazing.
He paid extra for that green card, you know.
You are
Yeah, I
right.
did. I had
He went with the upgraded package.
I
Yeah.
had to convince her. Okay, we'll go with 2,000 instead of 1,000.
Premium package for $2,000.
There you go.
That's
There
right.
you go.
Yeah.
No, man, and I've known Mike for years, and it's just so happened we're always in separate places, but, outside of the show and everything. But, man, that burger, I think I would lick the plate that thing came
No,
off of, man,
trust
for real.
me, I would finish it right now. So, for people who are at home, everybody loves to make a great burger. And I don't want you giving away trade secrets, but, for people out there who are at home making a burger, what's one good tip you could give them that is a game changer when you're making a burger?
One of the mistakes I see people make is they'll put a burger on a grill or a skillet, and they'll sit there and they'll push on it and push on it, press on it. Then they'll flip it. Then they'll flip it. Then they'll flip it. Let the baby cook. It's there. It's doing its thing. Let it cook. However you want your doneness.
Yeah.
These type of burgers, I can do medium rare. I can do rare.
Yeah.
The cheap 80/20 ground beef. I'd cook them well done or medium well. Let it cook. Let it sit there and cook about 3-4 minutes. Flip it over. Let it cook about 3-4 more minutes. I usually with my hand just kind of tap it there in the middle and see where it's at. But just let it cook. People make the mistake of just flip it.
Well, or another thing I used to see people do it, and I think everybody got it from maybe working in fast food, but at McDonald's you flip a burger and you just press the hell out of it.
Yeah.
But it's a frozen patty. You know what I mean? It's not a real burger.
You don't want to call in the middle.
No, you don't. But when you're making a fresh burger, you don't want to do that because you force all the juice out, right?
Exactly. You make a dry burger. I remember as a teenager, my mom had a place in Mount Ida, and I'd go up on Sundays and work. Mm-hmm. And I'd sit there and I'd flip it, I'd mash it, and all of a sudden, and my mom was about 5'4" or so, reached up and knocked me upside the head, kind of what they call an NCS, the NCIS, the old Gibbs slap.
Yeah, I know exactly
I'm
what
like,
you mean.
what? She said, you better quit flipping that burger and quit smashing that burger. You're going to make it dry.
Yeah.
So I learned quick that I better leave that burger alone.
Yeah, no,
Was your mother Mexican? That power of the chancla, brother.
Latasha, both on Facebook and YouTube, she had a couple of questions. She said she was taught the less you flip a burger, the juicier it is. Is that true?
That is true.
Yeah, no, I think so. The way I was taught, and I don't know that it's even right, the way I was taught is, first low and slow, but put it on and I wait for it to start bleeding through on the top.
Exactly.
And at the point that it starts bleeding through on the top, I'll flip it over and then let it sit for a little bit longer,
And I'll use a press and sit on the burger to keep it from balling. It was funny. My grandpa was always cooking out, but the chicken was always burnt.
Yeah.
The burger would go out about 4 or 5 inches wide. It'd come in like a meatball.
Yeah, right.
So I didn't learn how to cook from him. I learned what not to do.
Right.
But you can put a little dimple there in the middle, especially those 80/20.
Oh,
keep
yeah.
it from pressing up.
Oh, really?
Falling
Okay.
on you.
Yeah.
The main thing, just let it 3-4 minutes. Flip it. It'll do its thing. Mm-hmm. And just let it do its thing.
What's a good temperature for a burger, really? I mean, if you're on a burner.
I'm 155, 165.
Yeah, so not quite medium.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay. All right. Those are good tips.
He
man.
says if we keep feeding him like this, man, he'll become a regular co-host. But dude, he was just telling me to the side. He's like, "Hey, have you tried these yet?" And I was like, "No, man, I got to." And,
How are they?
and man, you have to try one. Like,
People call that cracking a bag.
It's not the first bite. It's
I've had
after you
crack in a
finish
bag before, Mike.
yeah.
eating, swallowing that piece, then this flavor comes right in the back of the palate, and it's like, I was like going like, oh my God, that is so good.
That is, man. That is really.
Well,
And I'm not a fan of pork grinds. Like,
I've had
those
people,
are.
I'll take out a bag. They'll be like, I don't eat those. Those are. I said, well, we're just taking them back home. And before they leave, they've
Yeah,
already eaten the bag.
throw me one like that when I come see you,
That's
Mike.
got just a little dill in it, doesn't it?
Yeah, just a little.
Yeah, I like that.
Latasha wanted to know. She heard you mention. So you said like for the brisket, for the burger with the brisket on top of it. That's how much usually?
Well, that's pork shoulder.
I'm sorry,
It's
pork
about
shoulder, yeah.
About 15, $16 with tax.
Okay, 15,
But
16.
That's
they
with
go
a load of
last
fries
burger,
in the burger, yeah.
Yeah, good handful of fries. So
Yeah, listen.
you don't leave hungry. You can come
I know Tasha, and I'd be shocked if she didn't take half of that home and have lunch and dinner out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if she could get that whole burger down, I don't know where she'd put it.
Well, it sounds like she's planning on coming out there and seeing you from what she's been
Well,
telling me.
it surprised me. Friday, little old lady come up, and I thought she was going to get the fish dinner or something.
Yeah.
And I heard her say to Miss Raina that takes orders, "I'll just have a double hamburger." And I said, "Make sure she knows it's 2 8-ounce patties." I said, "Ma'am, it's 2." She said, "I know." And you've got to put. I've got a wood steak I just put through it.
Yeah.
And a skewer, and you've got to tape the box together to send it out. And she's just smiling, carrying it to her car. I walked out, and I was like, "Enjoy your burger." So I will. I'll cut it in half, eat now, and I'll eat half later.
Yeah.
And, I was like, "Well, okay." Yes, the customers always surprise me.
So you're a barbecue aficionado as well, right? What do you think as far as barbecue sauces go? What makes the best base in your mind?
Oh man,
I know there's
In
lots of
the
different
region,
ways to
it's
go.
100 different ways. To
That's a
go.
tricky
You know,
question.
It is because you've got we're right in the middle of Texas, Kansas City, Memphis.
Yeah, we get a little of everything.
little mixture of Carolina with the vinegar base.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like that mustard vinegar base, but I do. I like
I do.
it,
I
especially
like
on a
it.
whole hog.
Yeah, no, I do like a mustard vinegar base.
I used to compete down in South Texas. We came up 13th place out of 350 at the Texas National Championship. And, state championship, not national. It was state champion level. And I was very happy to be 13th place out of 350.
Oh, sure you would. Yeah.
Some
that's
of these
amazing.
dudes will show up on an 18-wheeler and push a button, and all of a sudden Bon Jovi popped up and started doing a concert right there while they're
Yeah.
barbecuing.
I mean, over the years, I've judged food barbecue with KCBS and others
Yeah.
Since 2010, and it went from seeing guys pull up, do their little 10 by 10 pop up, get their smoker
Yeah.
grill going. Now they're pulling up in big old rigs, about $100,000 truck,
Yeah.
$150,000 cook trailer,
Yeah.
Wow.
just to cook, turn in some and get a trophy, get some prize money. But
Wow, that's
like
wild,
you said,
man.
you were excited over what 13th place.
Yeah, 13th out of 350
You
competitors.
watch
Yeah, man,
Memphis
that's
in
still-
May, or you watch World Food, you see somebody doing backflips. They came in the top 10.
And you know,
He didn't win, but he's 10th in the world.
Yeah.
we came out 4th place on barbecue sauce. And you know what barbecue sauce we use? I went online and got that recipe from that old barbecue restaurant that used to be here in Arkansas.
The Shack?
Yes,
Oh, my
sir.
God, bro, let me tell you
And I improved on it. And I have people that had come and asked me, I know the answer to this question, but will you give me your recipe? I go, hell no.
Let me tell you, however you got it, it's pretty amazing because, the Shack was a couple of, they were partners, and they split up. One of them kept the name, one of them kept the recipe.
Yeah.
The person who kept the recipe was HB's.
Yeah.
Over at 65th.
That's right.
Lancaster. And that is one of, it's still the same old house. They've never made it any bigger. It's shocking when you pull up. You're like, this is it? But,
That's the places I love. My
but
daughter,
when you get it, it's some of the best barbecue you've ever had in your life.
Oh, yeah.
my youngest daughter, who's 18 now, she's learned. I mean, we'd pull up, and it looked like we're probably going to get jumped,
Yeah.
shot. She's like, Dad, this is the worst neighborhood in the world. I said, that little place right there's got some of the best barbecue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go in there and get you some pulled pork sandwich.
Worth getting shot at.
Yeah, it's worth it.
It's worth it.
I would risk it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for that.
You know, Mr. Jones over in Mariana, the business, they've been in business for 100-something years, and he's probably pushing 80, I think. And he opens at 7 in the morning. He might be sold out by 9:30.
Yeah.
Try to make it till noon. And you go up, do you want slaw or no slaw? Do you want sauce or no sauce? It's coming on white bread.
Yeah.
Not even the $3,
Not even-
$4.
Yeah.
just
Well,
like
it's the
straight
cheap
white bread.
Plain
bread.
old Wonder Bread, yeah.
One of the best, and it's vinegar-based sauce.
Oh,
Some of the
yeah.
best sauce.
I bet it's good too, man.
And he's a great guy and still going after it.
So, obviously your favorite burgers are yours, but after that, if you had to pick anywhere, where is your favorite burger?
Oh man, everybody always that and barbecue. They'll go, "Where's the best barbecue place?" I'm like,
Right. Well, it's
depends on-
unfair.
Depends on what
Yeah,
you like.
it's unfair. But
And burgers, it's there's steak burgers like 501 Prime in Hot Springs. They have a
Yeah.
great steak burger.
yeah.
Frosty Treat, good dairy bar burger. They've been in business. I think they're the third oldest dairy bar in the state of Arkansas. And our friend Keith is cooked there. If I want a good, dairy bar burger, I'll go to Frosty Treat.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, Saline County Dairy Bar is pretty good, but I'll be honest with you. One of my favorites is Guy Fieri on the cruise ship, man. That damn Guy Fieri burger.
I'll have people go on a trip and they'll be messing me, taking a picture of his burgers, going,
Yeah.
man, can you make something close to this? He's got a great
Give you a hard
burger and
time.
stuff.
Yeah, no, but it is good. It is a good burger. As a matter of fact, when I'm on the cruise ship, it's sad that that's probably about all I eat.
Burgers.
Yeah, because they're I
They're
like
just
'em.
that good.
I do like them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's-
but this is
now
that is
Dude.
no. If they had that, I would only eat that.
This
Exclusively.
is hands down the best burger in the state of Arkansas.
Absolutely.
It's
It is
amazing.
It is that good.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, I'm still thinking about it, and that's a problem.
Another
used
bite.
to-
man?
No, please don't.
I used to drive almost to Ponca. There was this little
Oh, Ponca, wow.
little bed and breakfast place out in the middle of stinking nowhere. Don't ask me what town it is exactly. I just know it's going towards Ponca. But when I crossed through that town, I stopped at that place, and they had an amazing lamb burger,
Oh, yeah.
a Juicy Lucy lamb burger. And to me, that was the best burger until I had this.
Yeah.
This is
I've
great.
woke up and if I'm off or something, I'll check and see if some places are open. I'll get in a vehicle and drive 3, 4, 5 hours. Got up and drove down to Miss Rhoda's
Yeah.
Village. I've crossed over at Doe's across the river. I've got up and drove to the crossroads at Clarksdale, Mississippi, just to get some barbecue or something. So yeah, if there's a good food there, I mean, it's good. Make the drive.
Now, do you do any type of like? Because I know Latasha had mentioned earlier, she's like, do you do any type of like cooking lessons or teaching or anything like that?
I have. I've gone in and done some teaching and stuff. Matter of fact, June 7th, we have a big steak cook-off event. 2 steaks contest going on, a burger contest, and a kids' pork chop.
Okay.
The money from that event's going to go towards a missions trip to Dominican Republic.
Well,
that's
great.
awesome.
That's awesome.
On that trip, I'll be cooking and feeding these kids that's in this refugee camp.
Yeah.
I'll also be doing nutritional classes to people down there, the adults, because their food down there is not great quality. So I'll be going in there
Right.
to help teach them
So,
what some steps
well,
they can take.
this-
I've taught at some of the schools and stuff here when they called me in. And
This cook-off, when is this?
June 7th, Small City Steak Showdown,
So if people want to get involved, how would they do it?
steakcookoffs.com.
Steakcookoffs.com.
Yep. You go there, you go on the calendar at Cook events. Go to June, it's listed, Small City Steak Showdown. Sign up, you can either compete in Steak A or Steak B or both. You can sign up and just do the burger.
Yeah.
Or the kids, there's no registration fee for the kids. My co-promoter, him and his wife, they sponsor that every year.
That's cool.
Usually we get a local person to make the awards, usually unique.
Yeah.
It's the same weekend as the bathtub races downtown. So usually the trophies have a bathtub or some kind of a theme like that in
Yeah.
Hot Springs. So
Okay.
if somebody travels in, we had a guy 5 years ago traveling from New Jersey
Oh, wow.
to cook.
Oh, that's pretty
That's
wow.
Usually there's 12, 13 different states represented between 35, 50.
Wow.
But it's also backyard. I mean, if you're just a guy that thinks you got the best burger, bring your grill
And see if it can stand the test. Huh?
Yeah, no
look
doubt
us up
about
on
it.
Facebook at Small City Steak Showdown and check the event out.
And that's when again? In April, you said?
June 7th.
June 7th. June 7th. Okay.
Hey, you know what it does go great with burgers is beer.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, sir.
100%.
And if
You got
you're-
a beer guy?
Yeah, I do got a beer guy. If you're looking for beer, and you are, go over to 402 East 9th Street. That's Stone's Throw Brewery. And my friend Theron Cash owns it. And he's amazing. His place is amazing. They've got 14 different draft beers. It's craft beer. They have all kinds of different flavors. And like on Mondays, they have $5 crowlers, you know. Yeah, that's a great deal. Any of the beers they have on tap. They don't have any exceptions. You go in and you go, yep, give me that one, $5 for a crowler, and you take off. You know, it's that simple. They've got great outdoor seating. It's starting to warm up again. So if you want to sit outside, they've got inside. They do trivia. And they've got Slater's Alaskan Dumplings doing their food over there. So check them out if you get an opportunity. It's Stone's Throw, and local guy, good people, and that's what we're all about, you know, helping the local people here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. So, well, man, I'm so grateful and thankful that you were able to come on today and do this. Now, let me ask you one other question. So you are the third part of Vapors Championship Wrestling. How did you get involved in that business?
Known Keith for many years, and he's a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
And Rich, met him, and we would go to an event there in Mountain Pine, Arkansas, and then just following. And they got talking on some of their road trips. They travel on Saturdays
Yeah.
and go to events. And of course, Rich, is a ring announcer. And growing up, my grandfather built old Piggly Wiggly stores.
Okay.
So as a kid, I would just go to the magazine rack, and I'd be on the floor at a grocery store looking through wrestling magazines.
Yeah.
Until I could see it on TV. And the first event I ever went to was Von Erichs versus Freebirds.
Hell yeah.
Oh, man.
Heck yeah. I was hooked on wrestling. I always wanted to be a part of
man,
wrestling.
See, you got me there. The Von Erichs were my guys, especially in that era versus the Freebirds. Yeah, those were the guys there.
Hey, my Mexican bud knows them.
But they were talking and sent a message. Hey, do you think you might want to be involved somehow? Maybe general manager or maybe something. I'm like, yeah, sure. And then somehow that led to, hey, do you want to buy in? And us three do it. And through Facebook Messenger and sitting at the round table at a Mexican restaurant,
There you go.
We got together and started putting everything together,
And pretty
we
amazing.
both just love wrestling. All three of us love wrestling.
Just have a passion for it.
and
Yeah.
Right.
passion, love for it, and
Well, it's really different levels of passion too, because like he is so connected with a lot of the older wrestlers that are around, that are still around, and talks to him on a regular basis. I mean, I know he got me an autograph from the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart.
Oh,
Man,
Jimmy
and-
Hart.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was a kid growing up, my grandfather would take us to, or take me to Barton Coliseum.
Coliseum.
Yep.
Yeah, and so I saw you name any of the classics, I saw them in
Rock and
person.
Roll Express, Jim Duggan, Jake Roberts.
Yes,
all that.
every one of them, man. Andre the Giant, Kamala, you name it.
You know, and, Arkansas has a few. You know, Bobo Brazil. I never knew this. I'm sitting at a Cane's chicken restaurant in Little Rock, and I look. I said, "Why do they have a picture of Bobo Brazil in here?" So I was eating. I got up and I read a little small print. Born in Little Rock. I'm like, no, he wasn't. He's from Michigan. So I got home. I got looking. I'm like, he was born in Little Rock.
Isn't that something?
So worked very hard. Could not connect with any of the family, but had him inducted into the Arkansas Walk of Fame 2 years ago.
Really?
And so he's I'm like, man, that guy's from Michigan. Big old Bobo Brazil.
Yeah, that's crazy,
Now he was
man.
born in Little Rock. There's a few other, Sid Vicious we just lost this past year. Was working trying to get him in the football.
Was Gary Hodges a Little Rock guy?
I can't remember if he's from Little Rock or not.
I didn't know.
Like he was in that area.
Yeah, it seems like he was.
But
Yeah.
we've lost a few. Sid Vicious, Black Bart, old
Yeah.
Black Bart, Texas style.
Yeah.
He was born in Texarkana, Arkansas.
Yeah.
But no, it was just fun growing up, and somehow, you'd watch it, you'd see the kayfabe where, that was the bad guys, the good guys, and you just thought they were always the bad guys and
Yeah.
everything. And something got me to watching and paying more attention. I'd start trying to script my own little matches and
Right.
do things.
Yeah.
And in '93, I went down, broke, didn't have no money, went down to Gulf Breeze, Florida, knocked on the door, a place called Skull Crushers. I said, I want to be a wrestler. I was just 18 years old.
Oh, yeah?
And they're like, how much money you got? $100? We'll take that as a deposit. And slept on a floor for 3 months.
Really?
Starved to death, got beat up, got torn up, stretched out. I'm like, I'm going home. But a guy that was real big in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, if you watched him on TV, you're like, there ain't no way he's a man. Exotic Adrian Street.
Oh, yeah.
One of the toughest son of a guns I've ever met in my life. But trained with him a little bit. His wife, Linda, was a seamstress. Made me a mask. I was going to be Mr. Wrestling 3.
Oh, yeah. Wrestling 1 and 2, baby.
But so got out of it and everything, but stayed a big fan. And then us doing VCW. It's just been a great passion. We did Hot Springs and the opportunity to come here to North Little Rock. Looking forward to doing it.
Yeah, man, it's exciting.
When I was trying, there wasn't anything in Arkansas. I think there was one place up in northeast Arkansas. Now, 2 dozen wrestling places that, they come and go. There's some that still been sticking around, but had an opportunity to bring in Al Snow one year for an event. Was working on Dr. D. David Schultz. And
Yeah.
Talked to Jimmy Hart, every so often, but hoping that once we get going good here, we can bring somebody in.
Well, it's certainly, over the past few years, it's really begun to take root and I think it's really growing again now.
It really
I think
is.
people have really taken an interest in it. I think there's a resurgence in it, and not only from the fans, but from the performers,
exactly. You see,
the athletes.
the guys are really putting in the effort and working hard. And
No, when that was one of the things at Arkansas that I was so taken by was just how amazing the show was.
Oh,
It was just, man, those guys they did everything. They
there's
did the
so
high
much that
flying
goes
stuff
into
they
it
do.
that people don't realize, to put all the pieces together to put the show on. And
Yeah.
these guys that we work with have been very good working with us on things, and it's just fun. Great bunch of guys,
Yeah.
Jimmy Buffet is a good friend of yours, I know. And, y'all should
Don't
form
get me
a tag
started
team
on
together.
that.
There was some smack
see-
talk going on
But
between
see,
them
you
on
got
Facebook.
That, then I've got a guy that Jackson Palace. That's a guy that
Yeah.
me and him don't get along too well. He's
No.
attacked me in the ring, jumped me.
Yeah.
Broke your
I was
leg
at-
at
I
the
was in-
Travelers
I was
game?
at a Travelers game in a suite celebrating my birthday. He comes in with a bat and starts breaking my leg. And
Really?
I was
Wow.
out. I missed an event and was out.
That's unfortunate. Yeah. No, I
GM's
got set up.
GM's looking forward to seeing him this year.
Yeah, no. Jimmy Buffet knows he got by with one there. I got ripped off. That was mine. I got the 3 count.
I was shocked when he said what he said the other day.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it is very shocking, man. But we'll get by. We'll get by. Anyway, man. Well, man, it's so awesome to have you come in and hang out with us today. So,
I'm enjoying it.
yeah, just really thankful that you did and brought your delicious food. So hopefully,
thank you for the
some
food, man.
folks
That's
will
awesome.
come see you and check it out. And
And if we want to find out more about you, you still got the spices and the sauces and things.
Oh,
Or
yeah,
where's
just
the?
look at, the Burger Chef Mike Dampier. Just look me up on Facebook or Brady Mountain and everything. And
Cool.
someone, you said you went to culinary school.
Yes, sir.
I didn't, and everybody just starts calling everybody a chef. And I was on TV getting ready to cook, and she just kept calling me chef. Hey, chef, 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 chef. I said, just call me Mike. I didn't go to school, don't have a degree.
Yeah.
I'm just a line cook, a manager. Da, da. She said, that sounds like a chef to me. I'm like,
Yeah.
just call me Mike. We got a grill going. There's no vent hood. Smoke's going up. They're opening the door. We're down here at the River Market.
Yeah.
Live TV. She goes, we got a great guy over here. He's cooking food for us from the Ohio Club. He does not want me to call him chef. What do you want me to call you? And that camera cut to me. You can see me flip a burger and look up at the camera. And in my mind, I'm like, what the hell did you just do to me? And I'm like, I look down and I'm like, well, we do burgers, known for burgers. I said, growing up, my mom, if she had enough money once a month, enough money was like $5.
right.
Take me to a little fast food place called Burger Chef.
Mm-hmm.
They were big in the 50s, 60s, 70s,
Yeah,
80s.
I remember 'em.
We had one in Hot Springs. I said, you know what, just call me the Burger Chef. And we've ran with it for years now.
That's
Mike.
great, man.
Hey, the father of gastronomy, Agustin Escoffier, he didn't go to school either.
Yep, that's true.
And he was the father of gastronomy.
Yeah.
Everybody who knows how to cook French cuisine had to read his book. You had to. And guess what? The brother just cooked at kitchens.
Yep.
Until he become a chef. A chef is not somebody who went to school. It's somebody who has gone through the routine of different restaurants and develops a style of cooking and becomes a master on that style. This is masterful. This is.
Oh no, clearly he's mastered that.
Yeah, that burger is killer.
That's
Clearly.
what people say, what do you want to be known for? I said, I didn't stay this place or this place. I said, I'm just putting up flags for foodie destinations. I want the Ohio Club to be successful. People to go there and enjoy their food, go to Warsaw Bar and Grill. But hey, also come to Brady Mountain because we're working on something very special there.
Hey,
Yeah,
there you go,
that's
chef.
exciting.
Barbecue and seafood. So
Well, we want to hear more about the progress of that, so I hope that you'll come back and keep us
awesome.
informed of how that's going and when you guys relaunch and do
Yeah,
all that so
definitely.
we can get the word out on that.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think that would be great. So now I want to do something. Now I'm going to have to do a little adjustment here because I have to do it via my phone. But well, they sent everything to me. So I told you earlier that we had a new record label by the name of Dope Records, and these guys. So what you may not know is if you're a radio station, okay, you have to pay ASCAP or someone like that, BMI, to play all the different songs because everybody wants to get paid, right?
Yeah.
Those are royalties, and so it's several $1,000s a year to be able to have that license, and if you run afoul, you're in big trouble. you know?
Right.
Yeah.
But so we hadn't been able to do that, but I had heard word of some different labels and got in touch with these guys at Dope Records, and so they're sending us songs that they're just now getting out and want to get out, and that we can play with their blessing,
Cool.
and so what I want to do is let's just play. I'm going to play a couple of them today. I'll play one now, and we'll do one a little bit later. But share your feedback. Let us know what you think. They're eager to get feedback on the songs that they're putting
yeah.
out.
All right, yeah.
So let's do that. Let's and again, bear with me because I've not done it this way. We won't have to
help
do
you
it
out
again
any
this next time.
almost
everybody hear us now?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
I should have known to switch that cable back. Yeah, I should have known to switch it back.
It's all good. We got yeah, we'll get back to it. I think everybody can hear us now.
No. Well, next time we'll have those in the system, so I don't have to hook it up to the phone, But all right, so here's what we're talking about. We're talking about food. That's what we've been talking about this morning because we were talking to the burger chef, Michael Dampier.
Yep.
But everybody knows the best part of a road trip is the snacks you get on the way, and a new study reveals the most popular gas station snacks nationwide. So let's go through and see what you think. Now, Kroger are the people behind this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They've just come out with their report.
Feel like there's going to be some bias here, but okay.
Maybe. The most popular and cost-effective gas station snacks in the country. The supermarket chain analyzed Google search data to find the most popular snacks in each state and the U.S. overall. Then they used Instacart to determine the average price. So any guesses as to what the favorite snack in the country, according to this, would be at a gas station?
I'm going to go with, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
That's a great
Trail
answer.
mix.
Great
something,
answer.
We always get those white chocolate covered pretzels.
The white chocolate covered pretzels. Okay.
Yeah.
So do you ever get Rice Krispie treats?
Hell no.
No.
Why would you get a Rice Krispie treat?
I have no idea, but they say that's the number one snack people buy in a gas station. Do you believe that?
No.
I don't believe that.
Not
at
in
all.
the South.
I've literally never seen anybody buy one.
Yeah, I don't, yeah.
I don't even like them, to be honest with you. I think they're trash.
Yeah.
But that's me. All
Every
right.
time I go to a gas station on a road trip, the kiddo wants gummy worms, gummy bears, a bag of chips, never a Rice Krispie treat.
By the way, according to this, a Rice Krispie treat at a gas station should cost $4.44.
Yeah, that's why they're not buying.
That seems like a bad deal.
I'm not going to spend $4 on a Rice Krispie
I'd rather get a bag of Takis, man.
Yeah.
All right. How about this? Number 2, beef jerky.
I could believe
I
that.
can believe that,
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Can you believe a price of $5.56?
Yes.
For beef jerky, yeah.
Oh no, that's right.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
expensive.
yeah. I seen bags in the gas station that go $8-9.
Yeah.
That's why I don't buy them.
Right?
Wow, man, I didn't know it was that expensive, man. Wow.
Yeah.
When I was younger, stuff's like 99 cents a buck.
Yeah, no, even a Slim Jim is like $3 now.
Snap into a Slim Jim.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, number 3, taquitos.
Okay.
Number 4, Chex Mix.
Yeah.
Number 5 is Snickers.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're not yourself when you're hungry.
That's right. Number 6, Doritos. Number 7, Toblerone. Really? No.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a really fancy, like,
triangular-shaped
chocolate.
candy bar.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no.
No, that's hell no. What is High Chew? Anybody know what?
Yeah, they're like they're little like a Starburst, except different. I mean, but it's a chewable candy.
It says High Chews. They're $8.52. Is that right?
That's insane. I would never pay that
No,
much
hell
for them.
no.
No.
Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Says
Yeah.
they're $5.89.
And those serve dual purpose because you can set them on fire and use them as a flashlight.
Oh yeah, you could do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can start a fire.
and then peanut M&Ms after that.
Okay.
I'm not sure that I don't know if I buy that. What do you think the most popular snacks are at the gas station?
I mean, chips, trail mix.
Yeah.
If you're driving on a road trip, you want something that you can snack on
I would think Hostess snacks.
Yeah.
Like the little donuts, honey buns, things like that. Little Debbie's.
Whoa.
What?
Whoa. Sorry, I'm trying to hide it so we don't mess up with, the sound
what
and
are you saying
everything.
whoa for?
Where was it here? Crystal Ann said at Love's beef jerky can be up to $100.
$100.
She said she used to get she usually gets a little container for like $32.
Does that come with a hooker? Right. It better come.
I hope so.
It better come with a lot lizard for $100. You get.
I gotta tell you, we're talking about food and everything today,
Yeah.
and this has been a way better experience food wise than what we had the last
Oh
time
my
we were
God,
together.
No, Dad's After Dark ambushed us
Well,
like that.
they're watching right now. They said, "Hey, good morning," and
What's up,
everything.
guys?
All the
See
guys
how
from
we deserve to be treated.
right.
Dad's After Dark.
So, last night, Mikey G on Dad's After Dark, he had to drink a potted meat shake. It was like anchovies, potted meat, tuna.
Why would he even do that? Did he get it down?
Part of it, for a second at least.
I mean, but did he chunk?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, he chunked before he even tried it.
I
Like, he psyched himself out getting ready for it.
I knew that. No, man, that's my one Achilles heel. Like, on the Fear Factor, I can do anything except that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the stuff that you want me to put in my mouth that I gotta somehow get past the smell of, and that's a big issue for me. You know, I can't do it.
They said the smell, they said, I wasn't there, I was watching, but they said the smell was horrible, but it didn't taste
No, it
as
did.
horrible.
No,
but
it
yeah, I
did.
think, yeah.
It did.
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah.
No,
I
there's-
mean, potted meat, it smells like dog food.
no, it's about 3 shades worse than Fancy
Oh,
Feast.
They had us out there for a show, and they
I would
gave
eat
us...
a can of Fancy Feast before I'd eat potted meat again.
Yeah, they gave us Vienna wrapped in bacon and potted meat crackers and this potted meat dip thing, and it was.
Yeah.
I have PTSD from it, man.
No, it was bad.
I mean, I hope they don't call themselves chefs.
No, they definitely do not call themselves chefs.
Good. Good to know.
so-
Good to know.
So everybody, I'm sure, has been. I mean, you can't turn on news or anything without hearing about Doge. You know, the Department of Government Efficiency and
yeah.
Elon Musk, and I know that there are still some people out there for some reason who don't like this idea. I disagree with those people, but
I agree too. I think they're trying to get some money back into the country.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, I think it's a good idea. Now, we've talked a lot about. You know, from the time I was a kid, we'd hear the story of the $100 hammer. You know, it's $100. That's how much they pay for a hammer.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's update that.
Yeah.
Let's update things because we've got a new thing.
I'm
today.
afraid to ask.
Yeah, no.
It was just $5,000 on coffee cups the other day. What they find out now?
This isn't. That's not going to do
This
it.
blows the coffee
Oh,
cups
no,
out.
Forget that.
Oh, wow.
A former Department of Defense insider, his name's Steve Simone, said no surprise Doge has its sight on the Pentagon to uncover waste, fraud, and abuse. Apparently, a whistleblower at the Department of Defense came through, and he said we were spending $10,000 on HDMI cables that were
What?
were ruggedized when we could have purchased them for $20 or $30 at Best Buy.
Seriously.
They were buying $10,000 HDMI cables.
From who?
I
I mean, I'll sell it.
The
to them. I mean,
HDMI gods? I don't know.
would
yeah.
guess Nancy Pelosi. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I'm gonna agree
No,
with that.
I'm not sure if that's true, but they were buying, spending $10,000 on HDMI cables,
That's
and so,
insane.
and that's what I'm saying. Look, every time I hear another thing on this list of things they've done, I get madder and madder.
Right?
You know, my wife was sitting there last night. We were talking about a friend who, needs a medical procedure that. She doesn't have insurance right now, and she can't afford it, Yeah. And she was like, it really pisses me off when I look at, we're spending all this money to do these things and do these things, and my friend can't get the medical help that she needs. Why are we paying for, someone who hasn't come in legally,
Right.
paying for all of the medical care and stuff, but you won't for someone already here and paying taxes?
Right.
And I think that's a fair question.
Yeah, it is.
Votes.
And I think that as a taxpayer, I damn sure want to know what's going on.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
I saw that they're on the website now. I guess I don't know which website. I don't know if Doge has its own or if it's just the White House, but they're showing every single. They're posting everything up there. They're
Yeah.
showing the receipts.
I think we just need
showing
like
all
a
that.
big ticker clock or something, that just shows the amounts going up
Yeah.
that they're saving.
There's definitely a lot of waste. There's
there-
a lot of things that are being abused and wasted. Most people assume because I'm Mexican, I'm a Democrat or lefty or
Yeah.
or liberal.
Yeah.
And I'm as conservative as,
Yeah.
as all get out. And
Yeah.
I wasn't at first because my parents are Democrat.
Yeah.
But I never understood why they were Democrat. Well, they were Democrat because every other Hispanic was Democrat.
Right.
That's not a good enough reason.
Yeah.
When I started noticing the government and the certain parties in such parts of the government are worse than some politicians in Mexico, I was going like, no, I can't.
No, can't get behind
I
it.
can't,
Yeah.
I can't behind this. You just
Yeah.
can't. So you have to find whatever is it makes more reasonable sense.
No, I watched someone literally debate over the weekend, and I'm trying to remember who it was. It doesn't matter. It was just a clip that I watched
Yeah.
online. But they were debating, and the journalist, if you want to call him that, was arguing that no, you'd rather pay $20 million for Sesame Street in Serbia
Right.
or wherever it was, Afghanistan, I don't know, because you'd rather them watch that instead of watching something that makes them want to, shoot people.
Right.
And the guy said, listen, or it was Iraq, that's where it was.
Oh, okay.
And he said, listen, they just killed 40 people in Iraq.
Right.
Killed 40. It's not working.
It's not doing it.
Elmo's not doing it.
Elmo, yeah.
Almost not getting it done for you. It's just unbelievable sometimes, Now, I'm not left, right. I don't identify as either of those. I'm just, an independent person.
Yeah.
But when it comes to my tax dollars, I'm damn sure happy. This is the greatest moment in my life in government ever.
Yeah,
Right.
I agree.
I've never seen anything like it. I hope that it works.
Yeah.
Because I'd love to root out all this.
Yeah.
Because you can't tell me if you're paying $10,000 for an HDMI cable, you're not. Somebody's getting $9,800.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then some, and it's going somewhere else.
Yeah, yeah. I
You
mean,
know.
there's a lot of things going on right now, and I'm so happy that they're being uncovered.
Yeah.
So we can see the reality of what's going on in this country.
I just love that I heard the other day that everybody was upset because he came out and asked one department to send like bullet points on everything
when he
they
asked
do.
the federal
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
to-
My wife had to do that yesterday.
Did she?
Yeah.
The cut line was at midnight, so she works for the government too.
Okay.
And she had to do that. Elon didn't know my wife is a writer.
Yeah.
So she sent a freaking book. To that son of a gun,
really
like,
justified
this is what I do.
Yeah,
So
that's
there's
great.
nothing wrong with it. You're just
well,
explaining what your
Look,
job is.
people act crazy.
Yeah.
Anything they do right now. But let me be honest. What job doesn't, solicit information to determine your performance?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. If you've never had a job that you've been micromanaged at, you've not had a job.
Yeah.
Look, if you feel like that you've got a lot of excess employees, look, it's just like the guy in Office Space. Remember that?
Right.
Yeah.
I could burn the building down. That's my stapler.
Yeah, but the guy who had Frida, I think, was his secretary, and but they kept asking him, "What do you do?" And he's like, "Well, I'm a people person. God damn it."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but he was doing nothing. That was the point.
Yeah.
And so if you've got a bunch of people doing nothing, you need to get rid of the people doing nothing. So yeah, tell us what you're doing, why you're here, and what's going on.
Yeah, it's like the guy going like, "There's 5 guys asking me about a PTS report. If I have one more guy asking me a PTS report, I'm gonna lose my mind."
Yeah. No, I think they just want to know, which employees to keep and which to not.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't have I know people have. I do have sympathy for anyone who loses a job. I mean, it happens.
I mean, it sucks, but that's part of life.
But it is.
Whether you're a government worker, whether
not.
you're
Yeah.
picking up the trash.
You had a job before that, you'll find another one.
Exactly.
I mean, that's just, let's go.
Well, at least you hope so.
Welcome to dealing with what the rest of us in the U.S. deal
Yeah,
with on
no,
a
it's-
daily basis.
Yeah.
And right now, there's plenty of jobs.
Right.
I'm sorry. I mean, if you don't have a job, it's because you don't want to. If I have to feed my family,
No, man.
and I gotta go do whatever it takes,
I
I'll
think
do
I
it.
just heard Costco is
Yeah.
up to $30 an hour.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I need to go apply to Costco because they make
That's what I said.
No, that's what I said too. I don't know, man, but I know that a lot of jobs are paying a lot more now.
Yeah.
There are jobs out there now that. No, it's the things you want to do,
Yeah, no.
I mean, it's just the way it is. I mean, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do.
I remember Amanda was talking yesterday about that school that's doing the 10-week course thing,
yeah.
and it's all scholarship, and they're going to teach trades like I think she said HVAC and a couple of other trades that you
Yeah.
can learn, and then they'll help you, find a job and an apprenticeship and
Yeah.
everything. And I mean, that's dude, being an HVAC tech, that's a huge paying job.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good doorway to becoming, someone who's very well paid. We've talked about it here too. Goodwill, they have an entire trade center. Well, first of all, they have an adult high school, not a GED. If you want to get your high school diploma free, you can go down to the corporate office, Goodwill,
Oh, nice.
on 30, and you can do that. They have child drop-in. As well, but then if you have your high school diploma, they have 12, 14 trades there. They have construction, they have welding, 4 types of welding. They have medical transcriptionists. They have pharmaceutical assistant, pharmaceutical techs. IT stuff, all kinds of things that you can go down there and you can do probably with no cost.
Yeah.
So yeah, to your point, if you want to work, you can work.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. When I first got back to Arkansas with my culinary degree, the closest I got to work as a chef, I was working at a butcher shop.
Right.
I did not mean, and guess what? It was minimum wage.
Right.
And I was happy I had a job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I do understand, there is a difference now, and it is much more expensive for very young people who are trying to become independent.
Oh, yeah.
Because I know when I was a kid, even on the sorry ass money I made, I could get an apartment with a buddy.
Right.
And I could pay for gas and some food, not much, but some, but now it's really tricky. But, look, you got to have a plan. You can't get a bullshit degree and think you're going to come out and make money. And you got to quit selling these kids bullshit.
Right.
And tell them, go get that.
Yeah, go get that piece of paper and you'll make $100,000 a year. Yeah.
But you don't.
Yeah, no, you don't. And nowadays, everybody wants to be the manager.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, of course they
And
do.
like my son was one time he got fired from a job and he told his manager, he goes, "Well, I'm sorry I didn't show you all my abilities and the way I can perform." I go, "Son, you can perform. This is why that's why you got fired. You're not performing.
You're not performing, yeah.
No, we've been there.
What skills? You have no skills. You were in training, dude." You try to make somebody understand. What I've been very, very comfortable seeing is this new group of the kids that are coming out in their 20s, mid-20s, up to about 26, 27-year-old. I had the chance to talk with them. They're very, very quiet.
Yeah.
They don't speak much. But what most people don't realize is these kids are very educated. They read a lot.
No, they do.
They study a lot. They may not talk much, and maybe they have a good reason why not to talk.
Right.
I can understand why they wouldn't.
Yeah, and I spend a good time having conversation with some of these young folks, and I'm going like, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I said, because I was getting discouraged with some of the other generations where I'm going like, oh, these are the next voters.
Right,
Oh,
right.
Lord Jesus, save us.
Right.
And it's just because you don't know what's going to happen to this country. And then when you realize, well, there's a new group coming up, and they're a little bit better than the
Yeah, a little bit.
So I'm like, I got hopes for the future.
No, I think there were probably a lot of people who have had that apprehension, because you think, man, has it really changed so much in such a short time that, because I would say during the lockdown,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think everybody started to go, man, did everything just change? Did we just absolutely go full tilt commie?
Yeah.
Is that what's going on here?
It really felt that way.
Right, it did.
I know to somebody that sounds alarmist, but that's really, it's like, man, this is getting wild.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I am glad to dial back and get back to, let's not just send money everywhere that we don't even know what's going on. Let's start here.
Yeah.
Well, I
Take
think
care of our business,
I think to your point there, when Corona and all that was going on, is that we all got shoved inside our little boxes together with your wives and kids and husbands and all that. And we all went, fuck, these are the people I'm stuck with. Excuse me. But yeah,
No, you're
like,
good, you're good.
Yeah, it was kind of like, I think we need to reevaluate some choices that we're making here. And
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think so too. And so, in hindsight, probably that event was the catalyst for change.
Yeah.
For people in this country.
Yeah, absolutely.
I believe that when people came out of that, some people never came back.
Yeah.
right.
Some people are still there.
Yeah, I
You
agree.
understand what I mean? But there were two kinds that came out. Either A, let's full tilt go commie.
Yeah.
Or B, no, that shit can never happen again.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And I think most people were like, no, that shit can never happen again.
Yeah, it was a higher percentage of
Yeah,
that group of people.
And people were very, very upset, and rightfully so. And look, as we keep going, everything that was said is being proven out. The vaccine, not effective. And more so, now they're talking about all the side effects and things like that.
Yeah.
Everything that our worst concerns were actualized and realized.
Right.
Which it was comical, if you remember, when they were pushing the vaccine, and I'm one of the ones that didn't take it.
I didn't either.
And
Anti-vaxxer.
yeah, whatever. But
Now they're telling-
I was told by the people that took the vaccine. He says, well, if you don't take it, you'll get it, and then you'll contaminate us. And I go, well, I thought
How
that's
am I
what the vaccine was.
Right.
Yeah.
How am I gonna contaminate you? I'm gonna die. You're gonna eliminate the problem.
No, that was my thing was, look, you should celebrate that, right?
Yeah.
If all the people who don't get it are going to die, those are the people you don't like anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So
We're gonna
you
be
win.
gone.
You're
Yeah.
a winner, right?
Right.
Yeah, you got your wish. We're gone.
Congratulations, we're all going to die.
Yeah, we're gone.
You know, so what are you mad about?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's like, wow. Okay.
And then guess what? Here we are.
Right. No, everybody, learned. I did. I got the shot, but I got the Johnson & Johnson. It was a one shot. I was like, I'm not doing two.
Yeah.
And it was only selfishly because I had a cruise already paid for and I wanted to go.
Yeah, exactly. I remember those days.
Yeah.
I used to think I might have been like somebody special in the height of it all because everybody was getting sick and everything. I never got sick. The worst cold I ever had, and I was like, all right, this is it. I've got it. I know, like, this is the absolute worst. Go to the doctor, negative for corona. Yeah. And I was like, dude, maybe I'm just the one person that can't catch it. Like, I was purposely putting myself everywhere to get it.
Check this out, man. I got sent to the house because I came in contact with somebody with COVID.
Uh-huh.
They said, well, you got to go get tested. I'm asymptomatic, no symptoms whatsoever.
Right.
Not even a sniffle, nothing. Go get swabbed, turn out positive. Had to stay home for 10 days.
Yeah.
Without a fever, a cough, a
Nothing.
sneeze, nothing.
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 I assume that I had COVID at some point, but it was asymptomatic. I
Yeah.
never, like yourself, I never had any kind of illness. Now, I'm not saying there weren't people that did.
No, I know.
No,
I had a good
there
friend
was
of mine that died.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I mean, there absolutely were people, but I never had anything.
Yeah.
But, most of the people who did who became sick or died from COVID had 5+ comorbidities.
Right.
Yeah.
So, you're talking about diabetes, heart problems, blood pressure,
Check.
thyroid, and something else, and boom, you're at risk. Well, yeah, I mean, you got
But
a bunch of maladies. You're probably older or dying already.
does that argument translate over to the other side now, where lately they've been talking out and coming and saying that people that did get the vaccination, that they didn't release that it was going to cause all of these side effects and everything.
Yeah.
So on the flip side, could that same argument be made? Well, I mean, yeah, it caused side effects or made side effects worse, but did you already have that because of your other 5 more,
Look, these mRNA vaccines are different than other vaccines we've used before, and they do, in fact, tied to the DNA, and it can change it. Now, I'm not a doctor, so I can't speak intelligently to all that.
Yeah.
But I know that, look, vaccines as a rule are good. They've always been good. I mean, you look right now at the measles outbreak you're seeing in Texas right now. There's a big measles outbreak now. Why is that? It's because we have right now a high percentage of unvaccinated people who didn't have childhood vaccines.
Yeah.
And they're here, and so kids are going to pass it to the other kids.
Yeah. Plus an influx of a lot of people from other countries that are just coming into this country.
Well, right, and again, they probably don't have the vaccines that we do. So
Exactly.
they're not vaccinated against MMR, measles, mumps, rubella. You know, and so all of a sudden you have an outbreak. Now, if you're getting normal vaccinations as a kid, you're not going to get measles. So they are practical. They are useful. I mean, look, polio. They killed polio with a vaccine.
That's the only thing we have ever eradicated is polio.
Yeah, my grandfather had it, and they got rid of that. But
We can't cure Atlas food, but polio we killed
Dad's
that one. We killed that
that's
one.
tough. That is a tough one, isn't it? Yeah.
Dad's After Dark said at the time, COVID cured the common cold and the flu.
Yeah, you know the one thing that will stop the flu?
Yeah.
Believe
Not
it or
getting
not.
it?
No, believe it or not. Absolute will stop it is meth.
Meth? I was going to say hot toddy, but I mean, what do I know? Meth. That's the only thing I haven't done yet.
Swear to God. So they did a study at some point a few years ago and said this one
that's gonna
that it will eradicate the
Look,
flu. I was
doctor,
like,
I got this flu and I need to work and there's a lot going on. Could you just prescribe me some meth, please, so I can get over it?
This flu's just not going away, doc. I'm going to need a refill.
Yeah.
I'm going to need a refill, like a lot of them.
You good? I was gonna say, is it cool if he comes and hangs out, man, and just joins in?
Yeah, come on back. Man.
All right,
come
man.
on back over and have a seat. Matter of fact, it's a good prompt for me to tell you a little bit about Riggin Law. As a matter of fact, she's going to be here in a couple days. Kristen is, and man, you'll be excited to meet her. She's really, really fun. But if you're looking for a good attorney for any reason at all, Riggin Law has several. Kristen Riggin is the chief attorney there, and it's her firm. And, man, they do civil law, they do criminal law, they'll help you with probate. It doesn't matter what it is. What does matter is they're not condescending. They're not going to talk down to you. You go in there and you have a real conversation. You don't feel like someone's talking over you or scaring you to death about your case. She's just going to break it down. Y'all are going to figure it out and work it out. And that's how it is. That is good because, man, a lot of times you go into an attorney's office, it feels intimidating. And you don't see the guy who's on the sign, the guy with the dog or the big smile, or they're nowhere to be seen. They're off somewhere in an office or at home. Kristen's there every day doing the job. And they're in Benton, right there at the corner of North Shore and Military. So give them a call, 249-1289, or go to rigganlaw.com, RIGGAN law.com.
There's a whole bunch of stuff going on YouTube, man. Little Doggy's been commenting. I've been trying, and I lost track of it. I don't know what, but they're talking about something.
What are they talking about now?
Well, it was something about going to every Wednesday, and then I don't know. I've been trying to catch up, man.
Well, they have.
I forgot my computer today. I ran out the house.
That's all right. They have their own little show that goes on with
right with ours.
The show underneath the show.
Yeah, within the comment stream that goes on, and that's great.
My main focus when I was driving here today was don't hit anybody. Don't hit anybody.
Yeah, no. After you ran over someone and drug them about 6 blocks at the gas station. Did that guy ever walk again, or what happened?
I saw him limping a few days ago.
Yeah,
Did
you hit somebody else?
No, they're still talking about the one that I did. Yeah, he said somebody else.
I was there. That poor person, 3.5 miles they were drugged down.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. I know they lost at least one leg. Anyway, so let's move on and talk about something else here. California, man, this is great. This is just great, man. They really know how to do it in California.
They know how to do something.
They know how to do it. Check this out. A new bill in California state legislature seeks to recognize the elusive Bigfoot as the state's official cryptid.
Hey, where's Matt when we need him?
I know, right?
Come on now.
The legislation proposed by an assembly member by the name of Chris Roger would designate Bigfoot as an official mascot for the Golden State. It's been, of course, a hotbed of Sasquatch sightings since the 50s, right? Cryptid, of course, a term for mythical creatures that are known in folklore. But what is going on here where they're putting forth a mythical creature for the state, man? Is this...
Number one, I just want to address this.
Yeah.
Bigfoot is not mythical.
No.
No, neither are the green people. The lizard people, they're real.
They're real?
Yeah.
They're all real.
They're all real?
They're all real.
Have you ever seen a Bigfoot?
Yeah, I've seen Bigfoot.
Yeah, where?
Have you?
Yeah, my wife every now and then she wears sandals.
Yeah, right.
I've seen Bigfoot. Every now and then. She's gonna kill me for that one.
No, she did. Definitely, you're not getting.
I love you, baby.
Yeah.
Hey, take care, Robbie. Thanks for joining in. The $100 man, Rob Father, was in. He said, "Good morning, Patrick."
Man, what's up, Rob Father? That's the dude right there. Man, do you do CBD? Do you ever do that? Use CBD?
Not really.
I assume in a government job you can't be.
No,
just
well,
smoking
number
up
one,
weed all the time.
thank the good Lord they don't drug test us. So if I
Oh,
wanted to do it, I could do it. But
Congratulations.
But no.
Wait. How is it you have a government job and you don't get tested?
You have to be driving a vehicle.
Oh, that's the cutoff. Okay.
So if
I
you
like
drive
that.
a vehicle or
glad
heavy
you-
equipment, then you will be drug
Yeah,
tested.
no, that's good.
Okay.
If you have a office job, we're not going to.
Man, that's actually good to hear. I'm actually happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Because, that's good.
But
Yeah, you shouldn't. I mean, yeah, if you're going to operate a wrecking ball, I wouldn't want you to be high. But
Yeah.
if you just look at
you handed a marriage license and misspell somebody's name, you're gonna kill nobody.
no, they'd be all right. You'll do another document later.
Yeah. You can redo
Get the
that.
Snickers
Look, man,
fingerprint off of it.
If you regret your decision, just here, smoke this. You'll be okay.
Yeah,
At
that's
least for
right.
a couple
Ribs
hours.
and Sarah, they're not fatal.
Is Holly your wife's name?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. She says you're in the doghouse.
I am in the doghouse, sorry, baby, but
Right
you know
there.
I love you, boo. I love you. But no, in all seriousness, man, is the county does not drug test unless you're driving a vehicle for the county or
Okay.
or you're using heavy equipment for the county. This may now change if somebody heard me saying this and it's in the office.
Right.
First thing they gotta put us all in the lineup and drug test us.
There's gonna be a cup on your desk.
There's gonna be. Let me put it this way: half of the county will be fired.
I assume so. Yeah.
And but
See,
no,
Doge, I'm doing your job for you here.
going back to the CBD thing. No, I personally not. I'm not so much a fan of it.
Yeah.
You white people just make that stuff too strong. You don't know how to just have fun. You want to be an astronaut.
Yeah.
I just don't qualify for that. I'm not that. I don't
No,
know.
that's great. That's
It
great.
was alcohol for me.
No, you're right about that, man. That does seem to be something that exclusively my white buddies do, which is, man, do you know how much I took? And I'm like,
Right.
why?
Yeah,
Why?
Yeah.
Why? I just rolled the fattest blunt. Why?
Yeah.
I mean, you can only get so high, can't you? I mean, what are you trying to do? Go to sleep?
Yeah. I mean, on a coma, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not.
You never
down-
smoked yourself sober before?
No. Nor
It
drank
sucks.
Nor drank myself.
It
sober.
sucks.
I have drank myself sober once.
Yeah.
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 Once. And it wasn't fun. Then
No, it's never.
2 days later, but I stayed sober and still drinking for the whole week, and so Monday was not good.
No, I used to always have a friend say, I drive better when I drink a little bit.
No,
No, you don't.
you don't.
Trust me,
No.
you don't.
No, I don't.
No, you might tell yourself that, but you're not. No,
No.
you don't.
So the reason why going back to the CBD, the reason why I try not to use any of that is because for several years I was doing addiction ministry.
Okay.
So when you do that and you're working with addicts, you don't want to be the one that's
Right.
using
right.
weed.
Right.
Regardless, even though those guys they don't call weed dope,
Right.
that's not dope.
No, dope is,
No,
is,
dope
is
is-
meth.
It's
Yeah.
meth. Yeah, it's stuff. It's stronger stuff.
Yeah,
you
it
know,
used to be
cocaine,
called
heroin.
dope. That changed,
Yeah,
so-
marijuana is like cigarettes.
Yeah, it's.
So you do weed is no big deal. But,
No,
but
that's
still, you don't.
California.
We all graduated. Darren went, yeah, we're still going to smoke weed.
Yeah. So for many years I stayed clean. I didn't even touch alcohol, and just mainly because I was doing that, and I just. You don't want the guys to see you doing something.
No,
you tell them
absolutely.
not
Right.
to do.
No, I agree
And
with
so Holly and I, for the longest time, we stay absent from alcohol or anything else.
Yeah, no, I quit smoking for about 17 years. I quit smoking, when my boys were in school.
Yeah.
And then when they got older, and I'll never forget when, I went to started full time at the radio, and I went in there and I was like, "Hey, y'all didn't send me for my drug screen." And they're like, "Oh, we don't do that." And I was like, "Bet." Bet. Appreciate that.
Green light.
Yeah, it was green, all right. Yeah, the pasture got real green.
Yeah.
The grass was greener on the other
And
side.
taller, yeah.
Yeah, and taller. That's right. Yeah, it was a very good grass on the other side of that, I'll tell you. All right, let me just talking about CBD for just a minute. I want to talk about botanical alchemy nutraceuticals. Now, these guys are a little different. First of all, they are veteran-owned, but this is a CBD they tailor to you, and it's not like, I'm talking about CBD for inflammation, anxiety, pain relief, things like that. For people who don't want the euphoria of marijuana or the high, but you do want the benefits that CBD offers. Now, if you take a regular gummy or CBD tablet, something like that, you're going to absorb about 20% of it. If you do it sublingual, which is a drop under your tongue, you'll get 80% because of the blood-brain barrier.
Yeah.
These guys over here it's bantx.com, bantx.com. Go over there. They have base versions of each of their CBD remedies. Okay, you get one, and then you're going to give them feedback, and they're going to start customizing it to specifically fit you. So if you need a little less of something, a little more of something, they're going to tailor it until they get it exactly right, and they're going to keep sending you your custom blend so you know it's perfect every time. Now, if you just want to try it out, you go over there, bantx.com, and just put in PATP25 and get 25% off.
Nice.
You know, just start like
So
that.
this is medicinal. This is not like
It's
the
only medicinal.
$2.99 gummies at the gas station.
It
This is the real good stuff.
This is the real good stuff.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
This is medically done. It's
Excellent.
pharmaceutical grade. It's very good stuff, and
Awesome.
It's not the stuff that you're trying to get stoned on. You know,
Okay.
this is the stuff that you're trying to take care of your body and promote wellness and not be relying on big pharma for a lot of things.
Cool,
you know.
cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, I think
I
that's
do believe in that stuff, man. That is good.
we've talked a lot recently. I think much like we've all become aware that the government wasn't on your side. We've also become aware that perhaps pharmaceuticals have been misrepresented to us in many ways.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know, and I think a lot of people are now opening their eyes to some of the more natural type remedies or some other things that aren't affiliated with big pharma.
Yeah.
Because what we do know is they don't like to cure things,
Yeah.
but they sure like to keep giving you
Right.
medicine for
Well,
it. You know
and
what
I
mean?
read that the other day. I think it was just yesterday. I saw that they're going to start looking at like antidepressants,
Sure.
and how much pills and things have been given out and what
Yeah.
for, and really like trying to.
Well, the problem with antidepressants is, I mean, and ask yourself, do they work? I mean,
Right.
I mean, do they work? I mean, you've been on it how long? Shouldn't it have worked? Here's the problem, though. What it does is it takes and all it does is levelize, so you don't have peaks and valleys
Right.
of your serotonin or
Right.
your dopamine, right?
Yeah.
It just keeps it level. It doesn't give you
Fix it.
more
Right.
serotonin. It doesn't give you more dopamine. It doesn't address that issue. It just says, well, this is what you got. We'll divide it up. And that prevents you from being super sad one day and super happy the other. It just kind of levels it out. But does it fix depression? No, it does not.
Yeah, no.
No, most of the time, what fixes it is probably getting help for what the problem is.
Yeah, yeah. I
be
mean,
honest.
either that or you have the strength of will to just decide and says, I'm not gonna be unhappy anymore. I'm gonna do everything
That's
I
tough.
can.
Right.
It's tough.
It is difficult.
It's-
That
it's-
is difficult.
I think it's tough to reframe, to reframe a mindset,
Yeah.
because you do create like chemical trails, literally,
Yeah.
from
Well, you're
your
talking
thought
about like
process, right?
rewiring your brain
Yeah,
essentially,
yeah.
which is true. Yes, you're right on the
I mean, it's not easy to do. And,
No, it's
and-
not.
and it's super easy to slip back into negative self-talk.
Oh, for
or-
sure.
Yeah,
or
it
any
is.
of that stuff.
Yeah.
You have to make a concerted effort and go, yeah, I don't want to. I don't want this to be my perspective anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
If you wake up and your perspective is the world sucks.
Let's just get through it, then.
Yeah, there's not. It's always out to get me. I'm never going to get ahead. Then that's true.
Well, and that's by putting.
You're going to live a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say a lot of people say when you have those thoughts and you put that energy out, that's what you're basically asking to come into your life.
Yeah, that's what defeats you. So yeah, but you're right. It is difficult. I mean, for the longest time, I was very depressed and I was very very much in a bad state of mind.
Yeah.
And I never took antidepressants. Just one day, I just woke up and said, "Dang it, I'm tired of being unhappy. I want to be a happy person, and I'm gonna be thinking positive. If I can't say something positive, I'm just not gonna talk.
Yeah.
Right.
And guess what? I didn't talk for like 2-3 days, bro. I didn't have one positive thing to say. It was like, dang it.
Yeah.
You know? But eventually, you break through that process because it is a state of mind. It is
Yeah.
a process
Oh, yeah.
that you put yourself through. I mean, nobody puts you through it. Sometimes circumstances do, but it's different for everybody.
Look, you have to start looking at the tapes that play in your head.
Yes.
Because when you're young, when you're a kid, adults tell you all kinds of things, and those things stick in there.
Yeah.
Mine, the one that tormented me a good percent, still does really.
Yeah.
Is you're fat. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. That for me is a tape that will play in my head, and I have to stop it. I have to hear it.
Right.
I have to acknowledge it's going on, and sometimes you're wearing labels that people gave you 20, 30 years ago when you were in
Right.
school, when you were a kid, and you're still wearing the label. It may not even be true anymore.
Yeah.
But you're still wearing it for some reason. But we don't stop and get those tapes out of our head. It could be, your own voice. It could be your mom's
absolutely.
voice, your dad's voice, a friend's voice, anybody.
A stranger on a street that just was pissed off that day. And
Your hat sucks, bitch.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So, you have to retrain yourself, and you have to stop those tapes when they're happening. And if you don't, you're going to keep falling into that same mindset.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I personally hit that point probably about 2-3 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
Was the darkest point. I mean, I'd actually I came up with a plan, made the call. Hey, come take care of. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm ready to leave this world.
Yeah.
I'm done. I've had enough. Had enough experiences. I'm gone.
Yeah.
Don't bother me. I need you to take care of this. I got the rest of it.
Yeah.
And ended up, of course, getting talked out of it, going to get some help and everything.
Yeah.
But it was that day, and especially what they told me at the hospital that I went to and everything, that I was like, no, you're absolutely right. It's time to change something. And that's where I went and said, all right, I'm going to cut out, a lot of the negative music that I listen to that has a negative undertone, or negative TV shows. The news especially was one that I cut out. in a heartbeat.
Anybody.
Yeah, man, Law and Order, and just,
I lost a friend to news. And I mean that sincerely.
Yeah.
Like, during that period of time, they became so consumed by all of this that's all they could talk. It's all they can think about. It's all they can talk about. It's all they do talk about.
Right.
And I'm like, man, you understand that 90% of this shit really doesn't even affect you, right?
Right.
Like, honestly, if I'm just going to be straightforward and honest, I haven't gone to any bathrooms recently and seen anyone who I didn't think belonged to me.
Right. No.
You understand what I mean? I nobody. Okay. Maybe one time. 20 years ago, I peed next to a guy in a skirt, and it was surreal, but it was fine. I didn't mind. It was whatever floats your boat. But so that's not a problem for me. I don't have kids in school, so that's not a problem for me.
Yeah.
My problem's money, economy.
Yeah.
That's where I
Well, and that can be a
know-
huge, that's a huge trigger for depression, absolutely.
It's real funny because people used to tell me, says, Julio, I can't believe you like Trump. I go, why? He's a racist. I said, look, he's got gas at 179. He can call me a beaner all day long. I don't give a rat's tail.
He's saving me money.
Yes.
Call me whatever you want.
Better than Geico, baby.
That's classic right there.
I'm telling you, man.
No, I mean, and that is a more recent phenomena. I don't need to like him.
No.
That's something people confuse. I whether I'd have a beer with him is irrelevant.
Yeah.
I'd have a beer with Obama, but I don't want him running shit.
Right.
It'd probably be fun to play pickup game of ball with. I'd be down to do that. Have a beer, play some pickup ball. Chop it up, go to a movie, whatever. He'd probably be a lot of fun to hang out with.
Yeah.
I don't know if Trump would. He'd probably be busy all the time. Probably wouldn't even give me any attention.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't care because that's not what I didn't hire him to be my buddy.
Yeah, exactly.
The people hired him to go do a job.
Right.
And
clearly all the other people we've hired before him haven't been doing that. So.
well, they've been telling us for a long time they've been doing it, hadn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody I've ever known my whole life has run on. I'm gonna
change things, and
Have they not?
Once you get in there, they just fall right on in the way how it's always
But they
been,
haven't had a
so-
choice to do anything different,
they don't
because they come in. None of them are really well-to-do for the most part. They get into the good old boy system. Look, once you make one or two deals, it starts to get easier to make other ones. You think that you're doing it to help. Well, I need a bridge here,
Right.
But once you start compromising, the next thing you know, you're 30 grand in your hand, going, well,
Not so bad,
I could shift my vote. I mean, I didn't go into politics because I was afraid I'd win.
Yeah.
And that was a problem for me because I couldn't be around that level of money that they're just giving out like that. And
Right.
yeah, I'm not taking it. I knew what my limitations were. I was like, no, I'll get in there and they'll get it. As soon as somebody hands me a suitcase full of money, I'm done.
I mean, but we could be currently having the Angry Patrick sock puppet show over in Kazakhstan.
Yeah,
or something,
that
right?
would be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That would be great. No, but as I've said recently, this is the greatest. Forget who's in office. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit their color. I don't give a shit their denomination. I don't care what flavor they are. None of that matters. What I'm excited about is the first time in my life I believe we could actually root the bullshit out of the financial part of our government.
Yeah.
And that that's huge to me. That's like the biggest thing in my lifetime in government that I've seen.
Absolutely.
You know, I don't know. What about you?
No, that's what's going on right now is not supposed to happen. You know, the president's supposed to get elected and just fall into course.
That's right.
Right.
I mean, his first 30 days, he's done more than some did in 8 years.
Well, you know,
It's just, you know.
look, you know, whether you like the guy or you don't, he had 4+ years sitting there with the first term he had.
He got to learn
didn't-
the game.
He didn't know what was going on.
Exactly.
And he had a bunch of people around him who may not have been supportive of what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
And a lot of people that undercut him. And so he already knew the deck was stacked against him. You didn't think that somebody who's been in business as long as he has and as effective at sales and marketing as he is was going to come in and go, okay, do it exactly the same way again. Hell no, they meticulously planned this because, you only have 2 years.
Right.
You don't know if you're going to keep Congress and the Senate.
Yeah.
You know, you see it every once in a while. Obama had it in one of his terms, I think the first one. But you know, he's got 2 years max. You know, because after that, they'll call it lame duck status, right?
Yeah.
Now, that's assuming that he hasn't done enough that the will of the people are like, no, you're not going to be a lame duck. We're going to keep the Senate and the House that way. I don't know that they will. It usually changes. But at this time, it's different. People are pretty pissed.
Yeah.
You know, I think people are pissed at what's happened, and they don't want to go backward.
Yeah, they got
Yeah.
tired of it. They got tired of it. I mean,
Those first 4 years, he's on the defensive. He's trying to defend
Yeah.
why he was there,
Right.
how he got there, and
Yeah.
then I think in the back of his mind, he was like taking notes, learning. Then he was out for 4 years.
Yeah.
Now he's come back on the offensive. He's playing offense.
No,
right now.
now
And he
that's
has
right.
learned, learned the system.
Yeah.
Seen some things there, and now he stepped back in and he's taking care of business. And you make a comment on Facebook or something, everybody will call you out. You're a Trumper.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
You're a Trumper. You're this. You're that.
Which is
I'm just an American that's trying to love our country and get by. And
Wants a little money in their pocket at the end of the day.
yeah. No, I you know, it is unfortunate that it came to that place, but you know, I think again during the lockdown, our religion shifted. It shifted from traditional religion to politics.
Yeah.
absolutely.
And so, you know, some people are so committed to it that they're blinded by it. If you're not 100% on board with what they want, then you're the enemy, right?
Oh, yeah.
And that doesn't even make sense in any universe, in any business, in anything you ever do, in any marriage you ever have. Yeah. And probably these people don't.
You have to have disagreements to make
because
things better.
they're not going to be able to do that. You have to compromise in the world.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the world is full of different people with different ideas. That's the whole thing, you know, this whole country is based on.
Right.
And you have to go back and forth and have some compromise. But when you start have people dig in and go, no, there's no compromise, that's where the problem comes in.
Exactly.
Right.
You can't have a conversation.
Yeah,
Right,
And,
right.
and that is called Commie Pinko F-stick. You know, I mean, if you only want to hear it your way and no other way, and that's the only way, then you're a commie. Just own it and embrace it.
Right.
Yeah.
Go get your hammer sickle shirt and rock it out. You know, I'd rather you just tell me, I'm a commie. I love it. I love commie, you know, and that's fine. And also, we can help you find some other countries. No, I would not say that.
being in the service industry, cooking for people, I
Yeah.
walk a fine line to make sure I tell everybody, I said, let's don't talk religion, don't talk politics.
It's better.
We feed everybody.
Right.
But heaven forbid you post something. I got autographs from all kinds of people.
Yeah.
I do have a personalized autograph from Trump
Okay.
to the burger chef.
That's
Thank
cool,
You for
actually.
making,
That's awesome, man.
Thank
That's
you for
awesome.
making burgers great again, Donald Trump. I showed
Ah.
that.
That is
I
great.
had people say,
Oh,
"How
no,
dare
people-
you?"
people probably try
bring
to cancel
politics
you.
in the food. I'm blocking you. I'm done with you.
Canceling you. Let's
So
yeah.
let me post Obama's picture that I've got. Let me post these sports people
Yeah,
or
well,
whatever.
that's exactly
I've got
right.
a ton of it.
Look,
It's-
and that's what I'm
like
saying.
you said, you'd play ball with Obama or you'd hang out.
Yeah.
I would shake hands with all of them.
Look,
It's an honor.
I spent most of my life identifying as a Democrat, you know, because but it was a different Democratic Party.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
and I'm not just here to hate. I'm just saying it was a more middle of the road type thing with a social component to it that, you know, cared more about the worker and gay rights and some things like that.
Well, think about it right now. Is you look at JF Kennedy. okay?
Yeah.
Before he was assassinated. Look at his politics.
Oh no, he'd be a straight Republican now.
He'll be right now
yeah.
considered a...
Oh no, they'd run him out.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
No.
He'll
Clinton
be-
run out.
Yeah.
No.
Definitely.
No. Hillary run out.
Yeah.
No. None of them. If you're moderate
Yeah.
or reasonable or willing to compromise,
He has
it's-
completely shifted and changed.
Yeah. But my thing, and I was glad to find this out because my theory was that 20% of people, 10 on each side, 10 to whatever side of the equation you want to call it,
Yeah.
are assholes.
Yeah.
And they're never not going to be assholes, and they're never not going to stir the pot.
Yeah.
And they're all of them are on the internet. Every one of those people are on the internet. The other 80% of us just want to get through the fucking day and try to make it to the end of it with a little bit of money,
Right.
so we can enjoy it. Maybe smoke a spliff, watch a show, and have a roof over our head.
A decent car that's not going to break down.
Yeah.
Food in the fridge and on the plate.
Yeah.
Some money to go take the kiddo out and do something fun on the weekends.
And I don't mean it sincerely, but to your point earlier, look, if you're going to ask me to choose, should I be able to afford gas, food, and all that, or should I feel a twinge of somebody don't like me? Screw that.
Right.
My first order of business is, can I eat? Can I get where I need to get? Can I work? Can I do that? That's number one.
Yeah.
Everything else comes after that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Everything comes after that. But my wife and I, we do disagree because I'm Gen X and she's millennial, okay? And there is a little gap there because, and I don't know if it's just a Gen X thing because you're probably Gen X, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you Gen X? Okay, all right.
I have no idea what I am.
You're
How old
gay.
are you?
No, I'm not gay.
You're not telling?
I'm sorry, that's
No,
wrong.
I
That's
think
wrong.
I was 86, so I guess they count me as a millennial, but I don't.
You're-
I'm not a
you're in
millennial.
the cusp.
You're right in the pocket there. But the problem that I have with all of this recent change as far as race issues go is I felt like in my generation it was like we shunned the boomers before us. We said, hey, we're done with that shit, man.
Right.
Yeah.
We love everybody. Bring everybody in.
Yeah.
And culture, I thought, was reflecting that. I know in the 80s, if you look at music, if you look at people, if you look at everything, it was everybody
It
from
was
everywhere.
a mixture of everybody.
Yeah, and everybody seemed to be, for the most part, cool with everybody else.
Getting along.
Again, there's always assholes.
Yeah.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, in the past 15, 20 years, something creeped up and said, oh, no, even though you guys helped change everything, you're still an ass.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, wait a minute, and that's fine. I've played a villain before. I'll play one again. I don't mind.
Yeah.
But I'm like, man, listen, I grew up in Southwest, man. I walked to school 2 miles to Watson Elementary and went to Cloverdale Junior High.
Yeah.
I grew up in one of the most integrated areas in Arkansas. So don't tell me that I had some kind of special card
Privilege
that I
or,
was
yeah.
playing because I had poor privilege, if you want to call it that.
Right.
That's what I had, poor privilege.
Yeah.
The same as everybody else on my street did.
Yeah.
So me and the black kid and the Mexican kid and all of us were poor as shit and riding bikes together
Right.
on the street.
Yeah.
And that's how it went.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and that's I've always, and I know there's people that have, I feel like I've had a hard road in life. I'm sure there's people that have had it way worse than me. But to me, it's always about mindset and attitude.
Agreed. I'm not. Look, I can't speak to anyone's journey. I am not a person of color, and I've not dealt with any of that stuff.
Right.
So I don't know that. But what I know is the overwhelming majority of people I know, like my friends, the people I associate with, the people I talk to,
Right.
are good people who like people just because they're people. It
Right.
doesn't matter anything else.
Absolutely.
So I know these pieces of shit are out there. I get it, and we're trying to flush them out. Everybody feels the same way. We all want to flush them out.
Right.
But don't spit on the people trying to help you flush them out. I'm an ally. I'm trying to help you get rid of them. Just like I want to help get rid of this wasted money.
Right.
But these people will fight themselves against their own well-being just to try to prove something. And that's unfortunate to see.
Yeah, I grew up, it was predominantly white school, but
Yeah.
I'd go over to the boys' club and play ball. and I would hear them talking. Hey, there's a good place, a park, go play ball at.
Yeah.
So I'm getting a little map out, and there's no phone, no Google Maps,
That's right.
paper map, and I'm going.
No phones.
Well, we live 2 miles here. I can ride my bike
Yep.
down Spring Street, going over this place, and he'll know it when I say it, Chattanooga.
Oh, jeez.
Back in the 80s.
Yeah.
And I rode my bike, got there. Some boys club kids were like, hey, come on down, let's play some ball.
Right.
And there's a few times I'd leave, before it got dark, riding my bike. But it was after a few weekends, one of the parents that lived there walked over and was like, son, come over here. What you doing? I said, out there playing ball. Look around. I said, yeah, we're same age. We play ball. We do this. I said, you one crazy little white boy. He said, only thing I got for you is make sure every time you leave before dark, because there's some folks that ain't going to play ball with you. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I was like, yes, sir. But I always it didn't matter. Mexican, black, Asian, whatever, play ball.
It didn't matter.
I even I got suspended in school. But I kept hearing that week they was talking about a big pickup game happening in Little Rock. I'm 16 years old. I drive my truck. I'm out of school. Grandparents don't know where I'm at. Nobody knows where I'm at. And the ball court's underneath the interstate out here.
Yeah.
Huge pickup game going on.
Yeah.
There might be two
Careful
white
there,
people.
Renee.
Two white people there. And I'm playing ball. I'm watching. I'm playing ball. And I didn't care. I got telling people about it. They're like, you do realize later on in life, I was like, yeah, I played ball over there. Like,
Yeah.
did you watch the HBO series of
Banging in Little Rock.
Little Rock?
Banging in Little Rock,
He
yeah.
said, "That's what, there's the ball courts." I said,
Yeah, you were hooping
if
at
you see
King's
a
Park.
if you see a white boy there, it's probably me. I didn't
Yeah.
care.
No,
Most of my friends were blacks and Mexicans and everything.
Yeah,
It
no,
didn't
that's what I'm
matter.
saying. I mean, when I went to Cloverdale, it was probably, look, this spider just having a blast right here. When I went to Cloverdale, it was probably the most equally diverse school I'd ever been to before or since. Because you had Hispanic, you had Asian, you had black, you had white.
Yeah.
And in pretty equal amounts. And everybody was pretty damn cool. At least except they did make fun of my shoes. But other than that, it was good.
Isn't that kids, though? They're going to make fun of,
no,
everybody makes fun of
you're
everybody
not-
for something. I
We're not
mean,
wearing the latest
I had it
trends.
coming. I had it coming. Trust
when
me.
I was in high school and in school in general, man, I was the dork kid. I was the nobody kid. I didn't
you
really
talking about?
I didn't really have a group that I belonged to.
talking about?
Yeah, man, I'm serious.
What are you talking about?
Just in general, I used to
You
get
know
made
you-
fun of all the time.
you
I
know
don't
you were
hate.
cool all the time.
Yeah, right.
Well, yeah,
Well-
kids will see if you don't have the latest trends wearing. I was probably one of the last ones to get parachute pants. That was
my
big
God.
in the
No,
80s.
they were
and
huge.
Yeah.
there was a place in the mall called Jean Joint, and you had these different
Man.
styles. My grandparents
Jinko.
struggled. I'd wear what I could
Did
wear.
you grow up in Little Rock area?
Hot Springs, got a Morning Star, but we'd come over to Little
Okay.
Rock all the time.
Man, there was a store in the mall in the 80s that I used to go to called Chess King. Remember
man,
that one?
yes,
That was
yes.
the fashion place,
fashion
man.
place then.
Get you a little different look. Yeah, man. I used to go to Chess King and get the Genera shoes and pants and stuff to try to be cool. I wasn't cool.
See, I didn't get to school.
I was
here
mostly
until I was
jeans and boots.
14.
I was the
14, okay.
Garth
Yeah, so
Brooks
high
look
school.
before they were
Yeah,
born
And the
yet,
junior
right,
high,
you
8th
know,
grade.
and-
So that's when I started coming to school here. The rest of the time, my school was in Mexico. So by American standards, we were all broke as hell. Third world country, all broke. If you had shoes, nobody was gonna make fun of you because you had shoes. You had shoes.
See, that's called
You
perspective.
were rich. You
See,
were
that's
rich.
perspective.
Yeah, that is.
That's perspective.
That
right
is
there.
right there.
Do you see the difference right there?
Yes.
That is perspective.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Luckily, I was one of those rich kids that had shoes. So then we moved to the United States, and then they started making fun of my shoes. But
Yeah.
Hey, man, where I'm from, these shoes make me a king.
yeah, where I'm from, I rule. Yeah. So
The pro kids are everything.
yeah, so let me tell you, it is unfortunate that a lot of people, especially young kids, right now, they don't appreciate the things that their parents do for them.
Oh, absolutely.
I remember when I was in high school, I was in 9th grade, and everybody was wearing the Air Nikes that had just came out.
Yeah.
I'm talking 39 years ago.
Yeah.
And I was 15 years old, and I asked my dad for a pair. And my dad did not hesitate. He went and bought it for me, $129 he paid for those shoes.
Wow. And that was a whole lot of money.
That
then.
was a whole lot of money.
Yeah.
I didn't know how much money it was until summer came.
Right.
And my dad called a friend of his. There was he worked in the fields, but he was like a manager there. And told my dad told him, I said, will you take my son He goes, how old is he? 15. Oh, yeah, I'll take him. They're not supposed to because I'm underage. You know?
Right, of course, yeah.
But
it was then.
We're talking South Texas, a
Yeah.
whole bunch of
Yeah.
Mexicans.
Yeah.
So that dude took me to pick up watermelons. And I remember when I got my first paycheck for 2 weeks of work. And when I was talking work, I'm talking dude,
Work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our manual labor.
work.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't even get to my house
Right.
from where they dropped me off. I fell under a tree at my mom's house lawn and sleep there for 2 hours. I could take my pants off and they could walk by themselves. That's how horrible it was.
Yeah.
So I got my first paycheck. You know how much that first paycheck was? $129. What my father had paid for those shoes.
And that put it in perspective.
And
for you,
I
didn't
told my father, I said, never again will I ever ask you to buy me anything.
Right.
it? Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
I mean, after that, I knew the value of a dollar.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. Most people don't know the value of a dollar. How much it costs to make that $1.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And that's unfortunate. That really is. Because if this country knew that, there would be a whole lot more people working.
Oh,
Right.
for sure.
No, I know that's right. I know that's exactly right. Well, man, it's been a great show today.
Man, it has.
It's been a really interesting show, very diverse. First of all, thank you to the Burger Chef, Michael
Absolutely.
Dampier.
Thanks
Hey,
so much, man.
If I can, real quick there, they wanted the address of where Brady Mountain food truck is. Latasha said her husband was heading out to Hot Springs right now.
Okay, we're out on Adam Brown Road, 472 Adam Brown Road by Lake Hamilton School.
Awesome.
We're there Tuesday through Saturday. So check out our Facebook page. I'll post something here in a little bit when I get out of here about our specials. So
Yeah,
Awesome.
and,
Check us
we'll post something on our Facebook too. Get some pictures. Because when I tell you, we aren't bullshitting. That burger is everything, man.
Man, it was.
Yeah,
That
absolutely.
burger's that good. It's
It is.
no,
It is
it's-
worth the trip.
I'm going to sneak out with these
Yeah,
on the
no,
way home. You know, no.
It's good stuff, man. And big thanks to Julio for coming in.
Man,
Thank you guys for having
It's
me.
been great meeting you, man.
Thank you,
For
thank
real.
you.
Thank you.
I hope that I know that you stay busy at your job, but we'd love to have you come in every so often if you can.
Absolutely.
Depending on your schedule. Of
I will
course.
let you know for sure.
Yeah, please
Absolutely.
do because always great to talk to you. Always great to hear your take. Always fun to talk with you, man.
Hey, thank you guys for having me, man. Thank you
Yeah,
so
it's
much.
been a real honor to have you back here, man.
It was my pleasure, my honor.
Yeah, man, that's great. As always, thank you to the Bruce Buffer of Arkansas. I'm
Yes,
talking
sir.
about Coach Rockwell. Tell them about the show coming up again, please.
Yeah, Rude Awakening this Saturday. Let's see, doors will open at 6 p.m., first bell at 7 p.m. It's going to be a beautiful weather day Saturday. Tickets are already on sale. If you would like the link, just go to the Patrick and the People site, click on the intermission. It's right on my blog there, so you can get the link there. And, of course, you can go on Facebook. Just look up Vapors Championship Wrestling. Tickets are, $20 for the first two ringside rows. It's
Yeah.
VIP ringside. 15 after that, $10 general admission. Bring your own chair.
So 10, 15, $20. So between 10 and $20, depending on how close you want to be to the
Yeah.
people.
Yep. And we've got you got the Vapors Championship will be on the line, and it's just good. It's a stacked card, man. Head over to Vapors Championship Wrestling on Facebook.
very stacked card. I'll be making a special announcement during intermission, so you don't want to miss that. So we need to be live to hear that.
Yeah.
All right, man. It's very exciting. And listen, if you do need a home, you're looking for a home, then give me a call. If you want to sell a home, give me a call. I can definitely help you out. I can do it. I think I could probably save you money and time and help you find exactly what you want. So you can reach out to me online on Facebook, or you can call me 575-5485. It's 575-5485. That's on my hip all the time. That's legit my number. So give me a call if you need anything to do with houses. Otherwise, what you got there?
I was just going to say, Mike Dampier was nice enough. We got a couple of Vapors Championship Wrestling shirts. So
Oh, awesome.
if anybody's, would like a shirt or whatever.
I tell you what, the first two, now we have smalls, right?
Yeah, they are
So
smalls,
it would fit a petite person and or a child.
Right.
So we'll say the first two people to text that want one of these shirts, or message us on social media, you can get one. We'll have it here with your name on it to pick up.
Absolutely.
So just go ahead
And we'll be getting some other sizes, and we're going to be redoing an order.
That's
So
great. No, we'll
if
do
you want
some
one for
more.
future, let us know, and
But-
we'll get it made.
Yeah, but the first two people to message us on social media and say, hey, I want that small shirt, for VCW.
Absolutely.
Then you'll be the one that gets it.
There you
How about
go.
That sound good? All right, everybody. Well, as always, you're the greatest audience in the world. We couldn't be more thankful for you, and we'll definitely see you tomorrow.